Well, should we how can we put it into words? Worst day ever on my portfolio. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Look at that. 8% in a day on the S&P. That's a 4% drop on the S&P. We've already had 8%. That's 12% drawdown on the S&P, the most stable asset you can own. 9 grand today. What about the week, the month? $21,000. It doesn't get more serious than this. It's bad. Let's talk about it. America today under attack. We're going to talk about it today. Markets are extremely risky, below the 200 moving average. A pump on Friday is my prediction. Can you survive till Friday? CPI, PPI. The worst case scenario is being pumped by Donald Trump. It's just not true. America is under attack because people have given up. People are setting fire to Teslas. You can't buy a Tesla in Germany. There's an all-out ban on them in in Canada. 100% tariffs put in on them. It is a nightmare. Elon Musk, a global attack on X has been put in place. It's gone down 3 times in a week. Everyone is now turning away from Donald Trump and the United States of America. Germany's booming. UK is improving. Tariffs. What tariffs? If we don't know, they're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. Monday earnings. We're reporting tonight. I expect to beat on earnings. I expect great news from Nvidia tomorrow night in the meeting. This selling is good. Only good if you can survive. Most people are already out. That's why it's accelerating. People are being forced to sell. The markets are being driven down. XRP, well, what can you say about it? XRP's worth nothing. XRP down 8% today. Imagine if you were using leverage. Imagine if you were buying XRP today with leverage. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 77 for Bitcoin. Won't be far now. It'll be 50% from its highs. It's gaining speed because everyone now is being wiped out. Retail investors are being wiped out as we speak. This is not right, is it? Is this what we voted for? Well, kind of got what we asked for. The markets now are extremely risky. It's gaining momentum. It could go down another 20%. Can you survive another 20%? I can if it takes 11 days. I get paid on the 21st. I'll add more and I will buy straight away. The best thing to do when you're down like this is not focus on the margin, the leverage, is to buy on the way down. That protects your portfolio if you can buy these dips. Most people won't survive until Friday. My payday is the 21st, but I'm just talking about when I get paid so I can buy the dip. But it won't be a drop in the bucket for where we are today, though. So what's happening? Let me bring you some of the news. Let me share with you the news, the fact that America is today under attack. America today is under attack on many, many fronts. 100% tariffs being put on Teslas in Canada. Nobody in Canada wants to touch anything that's American, especially Teslas. People don't like Elon Musk anymore. Look at the state of Tesla. This is one of the worst hit. And is it a surprise? Really, it shouldn't be a surprise. Look at Tesla. Down 15% today. On the week, down 25%. These are not little corrections. This is all-out war on American products. American president and friends thereof. Look at that. 35%. In Germany, they're saying to everyone, don't buy Tesla. Countries around the world going, we can build electric cars. We don't need American cars. What has Donald Trump done? What has America done? 43% in 3 months. Virtually half of the company wiped out. Look at that. This is not a correction. This is an all-out attack on America. People are going, we've had enough. We're done. Will they come back? Look at that. this continues, and we expect it to continue, Tesla is going to be worth nothing. Nothing at all.
Josh Monroe has become a member.
Thank you very much, Josh. You just celebrated your 2 months, I'm sure. Let's go through some other positions. McDonald's, defensive, still doing well. Let's go back for a moment to Tesla. Before we move on from Tesla, we need to talk about the main subject here, America under attack. We've got Tesla Cybertrucks being set on fire around the world. Not just outside Trump Tower, now around the world. Today we had, I'm going to bring it up here. Musk says, this should scare the hell out of you, because it scares the hell out of me. Musk said X saw a massive cyber attack following multiple global outages. This was on X. This is not a normal thing. This is not a local attack. This is not a solo attack. This is a global attack from multiple sources on X to bring Elon Musk down. People are angry. All around the world, people are turning away today from the United States, going, it's one country. We can do this. China have been waiting for this to happen for years, waiting for the power of the dollar to collapse and no one to spend money and invest in America. Come to us, they've been saying. Now, China are loving it. We're going to cover that news in more detail in a minute. What about this? The Nasdaq plunges 4%, S&P drops 2%. That was only an hour ago, half an hour ago. We've just doubled it. This is not a correction, folks. This is an all-out attack on the United States. You should be afraid right now. Morgan Stanley are saying there is support around the 5,500 on the S&P 500. We'll cover that news in a minute as well and see if we can find any comfort in that. I doubt it. Because 5 minutes ago, everybody was telling you that you should be buying everything and all these amazing companies. Next minute, they tell you it's all rubbish by their actions and dump it. What have I done? Nothing. Single-handedly, I feel like I'm buying the whole bloody market on my own. I am all in with cash. I am all in with margin. I couldn't be more in. Look at that. I'm more in you couldn't possibly imagine. This is very unpleasant because my core being, my fiber of my body is telling me I don't want to be in the American economy. It doesn't make any sense. The whole world is turning against the US right now, going, we can solve the war by ourselves. We can provide you with electric cars. Invest in China. Invest in Russia. Invest in China. Invest in Europe. We can do it. Countries have been waiting for this moment, and Donald Trump just gave it to them. Creating havoc and chaos is his style. I don't know if it's a good idea. Remember, there were a couple today that I believe, I didn't actually read this myself, so I don't want to confirm this, but someone told me today that a couple who completely believed in Donald Trump and his plans of the booming market invested everything, and I believe they took their own lives. Someone told me that today. I've not seen that, so I can't say I can confirm that, but I'm sure there are messages and words like this, issues like this around America today. It's all by design. Well, some rubbish design. If it's a plan to drive the market to zero so a handful of people can buy it back, it's a very selfish, ugly way of looking at things, because normal retail investors, you, I, all of us here are losing all our money. Listen, folks, we're going to have a live phone in. We're going to talk about this today. America is under attack. The economy is under attack. The S&P is under attack. Elon Musk is under attack. More assassination attempts from Trump all over the place. One guy arrested yesterday outside the White House with a gun. It's getting worse and worse and worse. People are not happy. So, live phone in. The phone line is open. you can call in. There you go. Here is the live phone in. Do you have a say? I've been buying the dip, believing that you need to stay in. You need to stay in. But right now, I'm thinking, my God, this is, I've got no choice now. I still believe the rally will come on Friday. I put that video out earlier in the week. Still believe it. I think people will dump it again though. However, I'll stay in. I will keep my principles of investing and building. I'll just keep buying lower until eventually we find the bottom, even if the bottom is 50% down from where we are today. There is the live phone in the chat. It's martynlucas.com/live. Uppercase. Password is uppercase. Lucasades. Uppercase L, uppercase A, Lucasades 100. I'll put it in the chat again. You can call in, you can be live on the show. You can have your say. Do not sit in a Reddit room screaming and shouting to the world, getting angry and doing absolutely nothing. Don't leave me rude, offensive comments when I'm the only one not shorting the market. I'm the only one not selling my positions. I'm the only one putting every single thing in. I'm doing what I say and I say what I'm doing. I'm supporting the US economy. So if you are an investor and you want the market to go up, don't attack me. I'm doing everything I can to support it. So if you want to be angry or have a say, don't leave a stupid comment. Call in. Be on the show. Just like guest number 1. We got our first guest calling in, number 1. So let me bring in our guest all the way from Dubai, a young man from Dubai. How are you, Safa? Good afternoon to you. Are you well?
Good evening. Yeah, I'm well. What about you?
Hey, 10 grand down in a day, 25 grand down in a week. Absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it. No, I'm not. If this continues, of course, I will lose everything. But I believe in investing and doing the right thing. No one else seems to believe that, though. They're telling you it's great 1 minute, next minute, they dump everything. So how are you feeling today?
Well, I'm great. It's close to like 12 p.m. It's about to be like next day.
Right.
It's this the market is like a sinking ship. Like it kind of it doesn't want to float, since like Donald Trump keep imposing tariffs. Like what do you want to expect from the market to go up? Like I remember when he did impose tariffs on steel, and then that day when it was down, the whole market just increased. Like everything was up, up, up. It's just going up. Even one stock I was been watching lately, it was called Rigetti Computing
Yep.
Quantum.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it was going good yesterday and before yesterday, but the rest of the stocks are just going down and down. I don't really know what's beyond, what's gonna come for
It's
the next
beyond
week.
tariffs now. It's beyond tariffs. We've got now China, Europe seeing an opportunity now to take the lead from United States. It's not a guarantee. United States has always believed it can always run the world. It's never been an empire. And England was an empire and we lost it. America's not even been an empire. It can lose all of its power, and it's losing it right now. People are turning away from the United States going, we don't need this. We can do other things. China have been waiting to have their currency as the global currency. Countries around the world to try to compete against America are being handed a gift. Donald Trump, he believes that America cannot fail. One country against every other country cannot fail. Well, it can fail because empires have come and gone all through history. And this is really scary right now because it will change the world order forever and never go back. And I still believe there'll be a bounce. Otherwise, I would have taken all my money and sold it all and took the loss and got out and cleared everything, margin, and gone, well, I've still got 100 grand, sod it, walk away. But I don't. I still believe, I'm still a great believer in the American dream. I've lived here for 8 years and I love being here, but I think a lot of bad feeling is being created and it's very, very sad to see this, to see it like this. And if we do get the rally on Friday, of course, I believe it will be dumped in 5 minutes. Those that are profiting from it will dump it in 5 seconds and just throw it all down the toilet anyway, which will be heartbreaking to see.
What do you mean by just rallying in one day? Even it's not even close to even rally in a single day, then
No.
close to whatever position you bought at the price.
You're asking me why I think it will rally on Friday?
No, I'm asking that I'm telling you that it's even though if it did on Friday, rallying the same day, do on like a positive news, I don't think it's gonna rally that much. Like whatever price you bought on your stocks, it's not gonna be close to whatever you wanna
No, I don't
cover your
agree.
losses.
No, I don't agree. And I'll tell you why. And because if I didn't believe this, I wouldn't be buying. I wouldn't have put my money in it. I wouldn't have used margin. I wouldn't be doing it. Right? I'd have just sold out. The reason why, there's many reasons why I think that it can rally and it can all come back. First of all, we've been here before. When we had in October 22, when it fell off a cliff, we went below the 200 moving average, and we had similar conditions, not tariffs, of course, not like this, but we had a similar position from the Fed. You can't fight the Fed. You've heard the phrase, can't fight the Fed. Jerome Powell came out 2 days ago, on Thursday, Friday, I forget what day it was, and gave a speech. And it's not what Jerome Powell says, it's what he doesn't say and how he says it. And what he said in that speech was very similar to what we had in October 22. Okay? And when that happened, we had a rally. Typically, this downturn lasts about a week. And that's been the main strength of this over the last week, right? It's not going to last much longer. I might be wrong. This might go on for months. But I know from experience that bull markets are stronger than bear markets. Bull markets, when they come back stronger. We are still in a bull market, remember. We're not in a bear market yet. You need consecutive quarters to confirm that. We haven't had that yet. Earnings reports, the companies that we've been watching. Again, there's another earnings tonight. I'm going to be watching it closely. Adobe, we'll be watching that. We'll be watching NVIDIA in a couple of nights. They've got a conference presentation. All of these things are saying all of these companies are doing well. At the same time as GDP is good, spending in the United States is still good, and many other things are still good. The signs are we're going to get a rally. This is a overselling. Many stocks are on the RSI oversold. They are due a bounce. I see this as a major slap in the face. From around the world. People are turning away from the US economy, giving up on it. And it wouldn't surprise me if Warren Buffett just suddenly jumps back in again. Remember, he's got all that cash on the side, waiting for a downturn. We are getting near, like 11, 12%. No one said would go lower than 20. The point is, as we get near there, people are going to start thinking, I'm going to get in. There's going to be more pain. No doubt about it, CPI and PPI isn't going to be great, but it's already priced in that the news is bad. Donald Trump is also saying we've got a recession coming. There is no evidence among any economists that we've got a recession coming. Donald Trump keeps saying stuff which it's just not even true. Okay, he just says stuff because he wants to create the noise and the momentum and everybody coming back to the table and arguing and fighting. The world is getting very, very angry and very, divisive and divided. There's no United States right now. You got half the country hating Trump, half the country loving Trump. Nothing united about that. I've never seen anything like it. But no economists are telling you that we're heading for a recession. There's nothing in the paperwork, nothing in the numbers that says we're heading for a recession. But Trump's saying it, and because everything's going down and the tariffs are creating chaos, everyone's going, I don't need to be around for this. We've seen this over and over again. The stock market does not sell or buy on good or bad news. It sells on sentiment and mood. And everyone feels this is not a place to be because it's a rocky environment right now and it's unstable. So everyone is selling out. Are you with me? I just want to make sure someone's obviously talking to you. Yeah, you're okay.
I'm gonna pay. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, all right. Let me come. I'll just carry on with the show. You do what you have to do, and I'll carry on. I'm just giving my thoughts, everybody. So at the end of the day, there's no evidence to suggest that we are in a recession. But Donald Trump is telling you that we're going to do in a recession. I think he wants the market to go down so everyone can buy it back up again. Look at what we've seen with the Trump coin. If you want any evidence about manipulation, let me show you the Trump coin. Let me type it in here. This is the worst crypto coin ever. Look at this, TRUMP, the Trump coin. This was promoted on the inauguration night, went up. Look at it now, down 78%. It doesn't even show that it went up 70% because it's so down you can't even see it. It actually went up at 70% when the Trump family sold it, and now it's down 78%. Maybe this is the idea. Tell the whole market that everything has gone down the toilet, and so we can all buy it back again. I don't think damaging the economy like this is a healthy environment. It's great for traders, great for shorters, but those that are like me, that buy the economy, believe in America, put everything into it, it's not really fair, is it? Anyway, if you want to call in, the phone line is open. It's martynlucas.com, like Safa calling in from Dubai. Call in, have your thoughts. Don't sit there ranting and raving on a social media platform. Call in, have your say. There is the link, uppercase L, uppercase A in the password. Lucas8, let me bring on your comments. MSK, agreed, 100% agreed. Margin has the ability to take power of decision away from you, and that is something I am not comfortable with. I understand. That's why I manage perfectly. I do not believe for a moment that I am in any danger of being margin called at all. I do not see that at all. That would be absolute catastrophic if that happened. And I might have to sell 1 or 2 shares, but I don't believe that's going to happen. Let's have, geez, lighten up, have some faith. Trump will get it done. Jackie boy, what do you mean getting it done? There are people now around the world who've already taken their lives with stress like this. People have lost everything. This is people's pensions. This is people's lives. We've got people all around the world turning from the United States going, I've had enough. Don't just say it's okay. Trump will get it done. People are losing. I've got Saab just calling in. Let me bring Saab into the show. Saab, what do you think of what you're seeing today? How do you feel about all of this?
Bloodbath. That's what it is.
Hell is it? Yeah.
You know what? I just did something. I just took half of my position out of Tesla out, and I took half of my position out of Google out. Put some cash on the side so I can buy it back cheaper.
Wow. You still think it's going lower from here? Bloody hell.
You know what? I'm just trying to be safe. So I didn't liquidate my whole positions, but if I get a chance to buy it back cheaper, I want to do that.
Yeah. Remember, folks, the golden rule is you never sell when you're down. However, like Saab has done, if it continues to go down, you do better because the value of your money, it doesn't matter you're down because you can now buy even lower, so you get more. So, but you have to, but that's hard to time. Now. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, it's ridiculous what's happening right now. Everything else shows that the market's good, but we're just going down like crazy. So I'm thinking, it took me a long time to do that. And you know where I'm like with my Tesla position. And I know it's good, but Elon's just getting slaughtered right now.
Yeah.
15% today? Crazy.
Yeah, that's big time. That's no joke. And it's not a coincidence, is it, that X has been attacked on a global attack, not just a one local attack. Global. People have had enough. People are really, really angry. Oh, let me just clear that off the screen. I don't want that showing up when I've got guests on. Let me just do that. There we go. It's a tough day today. We got people setting fire to Cybertrucks, Canada, 100% tariffs going on, Teslas. Germany, nobody wants a Tesla in Germany. They make the cars in Germany. Can you believe this? China have been waiting for this day, mate. America's got to be careful. It could lose its power in the world right now.
Yeah. It's
don't take it for granted.
There's too many factions coming from too many sides. I mean, X was even getting attacked today. Yesterday it was getting attacked. It wasn't working properly, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And then I've seen a few other people say that as well. And so it's a really scary situation. Honestly, I've had to admit what I just did. I'm not the person that wants to sell, but
no one wants to sell when they're down.
I have to manage my losses. I'm still up on Tesla. I'm still up, but it's too close.
This is where it gets really painful, because every part of me believes everything I've ever said. Stay in the market, buy the dips, have a good quality index. You need the engine, earn money, keep buying like I'm doing. If it starts crashing and the macro is good, use margin in those cases, but not on a single stock. Too much manipulation on an index. I believe all of that. The trouble is, though, and I also believe in America, and I also believe in the American dream. I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. However, every part of my mind is also telling me that way of thinking is being proven to be wrong right now, because we know all through history, since the beginning of time, great empires come and go. America's not been an empire, it's just a country. One country can't take on the world just because it's powerful and it's the biggest economy and it's this and it's that and it's other. You can always lose it. And if you upset everyone at the same time, when there are other people waiting to go, we can do this, we can build what you need, you hand it to people. And I believe that could happen. So part of me goes, you really believe in the American dream? You're just following what you used to believe. It's very hard to stay the course, but because I wouldn't be honest to the show, and I'm going to stay in. I just hope to God it doesn't go down another 10% by the 21st. Otherwise, here we go.
Hats off to you, Martyn. I tell you what, it's a tough one. Look, I'm not fearful because I don't do margin or leveraging in that respect. But you know what? I had to take some of the money off the table so I could buy back in. Just had to do it. You know what? I've got family to look after, so you got to make sure that you protect your own first, right? So,
no, yep, absolutely. But this is the moment now. This is the moment when people will make it's a transference of wealth. Many people will lose it all. Many have already lost it. The capitulation is already happening. Many people are already margined. If you were leveraged up on a single stock like Tesla, you're already out of the game. You've already gone. And you haven't got any money left. If you 100 leverage, we've seen the other day where someone had a 1% drop and they were wiped out. We've seen that happen. Yeah. So we know people are left on the sidelines, silent voices, and no one hears about them. They haven't got a voice to say, "This, I'm not happy." You know, they're just sitting there on their own, shouting at the screen, going, "Yeah, I'm out." But there's also the opportunity for others to take all that wealth. I hate that. I don't find any joy in this. At least I'm not shorting. I'm not part of the problem. So I can celebrate if I survive and go up. I can go up. I was always good. But, you know, at the end of the day, real people are losing everything. And this is not investing. There's nothing good here.
Yeah. I mean, crypto's going down as well. I think, you know, relatively XRP is still staying pretty strong. And if Bitcoin goes down any lower, I think I might just, I don't have any Bitcoin right now, so I might just buy some Bitcoin. You know?
Yeah, I wouldn't buy anything. I would only buy the S&P. I would absolutely, and you know I would. If I had any more money, any more margin, I absolutely would be buying these dips. You know I would. I wish I could right now. We've got another guest just calling in. Can you stay with me, Saab, or for a moment? Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Let me clear the deck then and bring our other guests in so we can have It's starting to go up quite quickly now. Remember the saying, folks: down the stairs, up the elevator. When it hits the point, someone like Buffett just comes in and goes, "Bump! There's 50 billion of the S&P. Vump! Straight up like that." So remember the 10 times you've got to be in the market. We talked about that before. Sensei covered it on Sunday as well. So remember that. Don't be surprised if you wake up one day and it's up 20%. That can easily happen when we get days like this. And remember, it's not even days. We've had a few weeks of this now. Let me go over to the party screen and let's put a few guests in here. So Saab, I'm going to put you up there in guest number 8. Guest number 9, we got a guest here who'd like to join us as well. Saab in number 8. We got Safa, bring on the line as well. Let's bring him in as well. So our young man from Dubai, guest number 2. There you go. Let me just make Safa a little bit bigger in the screen. So welcome. We've got another guest here calling in, Curtis. Curtis, good afternoon, sir. Where are you calling in from?
Good afternoon. I'm calling from London.
London. I love the always when we get a London accent on. You can always tell it, can't you? What are you invested in, Curtis? So what can I do for you?
I'm investing like dividend growth stocks, and I'm kind of like you right now. I feel like when the market goes down, I'm excited because I want to invest more. You know, I get cheaper discounts. So for me, I'm not really fearing right now. I'm just waiting on the side, still doing my same strategy, investing day by day. I'm just really watching as how it goes. Really, not really selling. So similar to you.
You're in the United Kingdom. I'm from Cornwall. That's my home. My studio is in Dallas, Texas. Are you buying the American economy, or are you putting your money now into a global economy, a European? What are you buying?
I'm still American companies, so I'm heavily on Google right now. You know, I still feel like if Google's under $170, has to be a buy. Like no matter what, I'm just buying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and it's very easy to get very angry with America or Trump or whoever you want to get angry with. But these companies don't go away in 5 minutes. They can take this. And remember, those companies aren't suffering today. It's just the share price. People are just fearful of their money going down, so they're selling. But the company is still sitting there, still producing its goods, still selling everything. Nothing has changed. It's just we like to call it a transference of wealth. People who are fearful, who've been in the market. Remember, if you've been in the market 10 years and you're up 1,000%, you go, I can sell everything. Why not put it in Robinhood and earn 4%? Why risk it? But for those of us that bought yesterday or last week or 2 weeks ago or a year ago, it's a different story for you, but it's the same company you're buying in. You just bought in at a different time. Okay. Have you got any crypto? Because we're talking about XRP as well today. We've got a lot of people here who are investing in XRP, particularly XRP. And that is down a lot from its highs as well. Are you an investor in crypto of any type at all?
No, I don't believe in crypto personally. I don't. For me, when I'm investing, I like to look at company fundamentals, and crypto is more like gambling to me. So
you sound like me, mate. You sound like me. You're obviously a lot younger than me, but you like buying solid businesses that make money. I'm right there.
Broadcom, when you did Broadcom earnings, it was fantastic, but even still, it still dropped. So I don't know. You know.
Crazy. We've got other earnings tonight, and I'm 100% certain they're going to produce good numbers. And it won't bounce the market though. It's gone too far now. There's too many people waiting for a bottom, and all they're waiting for the selling to stop, and then it will start going up, and there'll be no selling, and people will buy. Nobody will get the bottom. Nobody will get the best price. Everyone's trying to. Nobody will, of course. James, welcome. If you could mute your YouTube, James will bring you into the show. Just turn off your there you go. You've done it. Great. And just throughout this conversation, just talk to me through the phone-in screen. How are you, James?
I'm doing well today. How are you?
Well, apart from losing...
I shouldn't ask that question, should I?
No. But of course, I haven't lost anything, but I do want the bleeding to stop. It can go down lower, and I don't mind if it does. Till the 21st, if it carries on going to the 21st when I get paid again. Now, my plan on the 21st, when I get paid from YouTube, would be to reduce my margin. Not now. If it stays down here, my focus is not reducing the margin. My focus is buying another dip and reducing the prices of my stocks. That would be my priority. I don't think it's going to get to the 21st. I think by Friday we're going to start to rally, and by the 21st we'll be up, and then I'll be waiting for the next drop, because there could easily be, and I'll be simply just paying down my margin. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Virginia in the United States.
Virginia, welcome to you. Lovely to have you here. Wonderful part of America, of course. How do you feel today? I called the video today an attack on America.
So this is my whole outlook of what's going on right now, and particularly I hold a lot of XRP. Right. Now, I live in the Washington D.C. area, so I hear a lot of political chatter all the time, and I see what's going on. But my point is, I'm looking out here, and I see all these YouTube videos and everything, and I'm listening to what's going on. The big picture for XRP is, of course, the their lawsuit and everything. And if you also listen, there's a lot of other people filing for EFTs with XRP. Now, does the tariffs concern me? Not as much. Does anything he says or does anything to me at this point? Not really, because you've got Japan, you've got Europe talking about XPR. They're talking about getting the the
XRP.
EFTs approved.
Right.
So if
ETFs.
if
Yeah.
ETFs, I'm sorry.
No, not
If
at all.
if the ETFs get approved, or excuse me, if XRP gets through this litigation with the SEC, then I see no point for it to take off, because it's been in the news that all these banks are putting in place the EFTs, and they're just waiting for them to get out of this SEC lawsuit or case. To me, I'm holding. I've got quite a bit of XRP. I laugh. I wait for it to go under $2 so I can buy more, because I feel that once the SEC releases them, and I think our government knows.
Oh, just bear with me. I just lost audio. You should be back with me again. You still with me?
You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry about that.
So the bottom line is, I'm not worried. If it goes below $1, I'm not worried. I'm invested. I'm already there. I've got losses. So,
well, would you rather own, if you could wave a magic wand, would you rather own the native coin, XRP, the coin that everyone is trading, speculating on, or would you rather own the network that it serves? In other words, would you rather own Ripple or the banks that are going to use it?
I would own XRP, because you need liquidity. And XRP is going to be your liquidity that all these banks are going to be buying. In the background, a lot of these banks are already buying the coin, but they're not telling you anything, because something is going to happen. And
I don't know if they're buying. I don't know if they're buying the coin. What makes you say that?
I've seen some reports, but again, it's whatever you see on YouTube and what newspaper. So the assumption is there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's held up pretty good. It's taken a little bit. I got it. We're there. But the thing of it is, Bitcoin, you've got a coin out there, which is the first thing it started. You don't even know who the owner is. Well, you've never seen this person.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad dealings that go through Bitcoin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yet our government wants to use them. So that's another note that I'm like, they have no platform.
And they don't. Well, the government don't really want to use Bitcoin. They just want to keep it as a store of value, like gold. They're not going to use it.
Right. But the thing of it is, Bitcoin has no platform. It's not a utility like XRP.
No.
So you can use it better. Just like they said, it's like a piece of gold. It's like a gold coin. Got it. Okay. I'd rather hold gold than I would, which I do, than Bitcoin.
Right.
I just think that I'm holding in. I know the market's going to be like this. There is a lot of people that are very scared and nervous, and like yourself, calm. Hey, I'm here. I'm in. What am I going to do? I've already made the losses, so I got to, there's going to be that point.
Remember, when I say I've made losses, if you look at my 1 year, right? Oh, God. I'm going to show you my 12 months. I'm still up, but look at that. I mean, I was up a lot. Now I'm up a bit. All right. It's gone down like that. It's accelerated, of course, exaggerated because of margin. So when you're in margin, it doubles when you go up and it doubles when you go down. But I won't be so calm if it goes down another 20%, because then I'll be forced to sell for losses. Now, of course, you sell one share today, one share tomorrow, just to keep above the margin line, and then it will go up. but I will have to sell. I wouldn't just suddenly, oh my God, I'm going to sell 20 shares, 100 shares. I've got 569 shares of the S&P, $300,000 worth. I'm not going to suddenly all sell it all tomorrow or whatever. I'm not going to take the action that Saab did. I understand why he did. He got out of Tesla because he thinks it's going lower. Because we know all through history, you've only got to be in a handful of times to make all the money you're ever going to make. And you don't know if it's going to come in 5 minutes, going to come after hours tonight. You just don't know. And if you sell everything out, now you're chasing back. We've seen it time and time and time and time again. Of course, if you've got no choice and you get a margin call and you've got to sell, you've got to, because they'll do it for you if you don't do it. But it's not nice though, because I'm sorry, you were going to say something then.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make a point that crypto's like gold. Once I purchased gold, the people
I wouldn't say all crypto is like gold.
Well, in the way it reacts, okay, up and down, not for the faint, up, down, up, down.
Yeah, it's much more volatile than gold though.
Right, but when I got into gold, they told me not to watch it every day. Because I did. I did what they told me not to do. And this is why getting into crypto, it doesn't bother me, because after being in gold and for the first time, when I saw it going up $100, down $300, up 50 cents or up $50, then drop down $1,000, then I learned to be calm about the situation. So I guess what I'm saying to the people out there is, pick your point when you want to get out, if you want to get out. But to me, XRP is here to stay. I think it's like I said, it's in the top 10, and I just think that something is going to happen. There's always a down, and then there's always an up, and it's going to be that way. It's just you got to pick your opportunity. But thank you for letting me talk.
You see, when you said crypto is like gold, do you mean volatility wise? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I was talking about XRP, that I hold a lot of XRP. Yeah. What I was talking about, Bitcoin, in my opinion, I feel like it's like gold. Okay, it's like a gold coin. It's very how should I say? It's collectible. It's a commodity.
Can I ask? Can I ask James? What is it? Tell me why, because I know the answers, but I want to hear what you say. What is it that got you to invest in XRP?
This is kind of funny. When I was investing in gold, then I started. This happened. I wanted to get invested in XRP when it was at 25 cents a coin. That's how long I've been going on and on and on. And finally, I heard and read some articles about Ripple and XRP and how they're going to change. This is like 3 or 4 years ago. And then all of a sudden, I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this one day. And I was just interested in XRP. It just come out and just hit me. No particular reason. It just, it looked good. And after all the stuff that I'd read, I said, this could be a good investment, because if they're going to implement these utilities and they're going to use XRP for liquidity, then to me, it felt like it was a good bet. So one day, and I haven't been invested that long, but I got a lot. But when I started seeing it go up,
sorry to cut you off there. What is your percentage allocation in your portfolio? So you 1%, 5, 90, 100?
75%.
Oh,
yes.
Right. So you're all in.
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in. And I felt real good about it. And then I seen it go up to $1.25. And I'm like, oh my God, I got.
What's your average price?
$270.
Your average price is $270.
Correct.
Okay.
But I got some when it hit $313. So I said, daggone it, so that's when I took the plunge. And then as it started going down, I started getting more. And then I started, buying the dip.
When did you first know about XRP? At what price did you first know about it?
About 4 years ago when it was at 25 cents.
Right. So what stopped you buying it then? So your average is 270. Why didn't you buy it all then?
It's funny. I keep telling myself I got to do it, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to get a wallet. I didn't know how to get online. So I had to go and do some research how to do it. But it just, instead of getting in then.
I'm trying to do, Joseph, is the purpose of why I'm thinking of your answers and asking you specific questions is this channel is about helping people, right? It's not about selling videos. Great if we sell videos, great if everyone watches because I earn a living. This is my job, like your job, and I get my money and I live and I pay my bills and I invest the way I do. So I hope you all watch, but it's not what drives the channel. Doing the right thing is what drives the channel, right? And that works. So that's what I'm sticking at. And I'm asking you all these questions because I want everyone who's listening to get something from what you're saying, learn something, whether they agree with you, whether they disagree with you, whether they think you're right, whether they think you're wrong. We're all listening and learning from each other. Because if we don't listen, we don't learn anything, all right? If we all think we know everything, that's not a good way to live, right? And I'm asking you these specific questions in the way I am to try to understand what it is you understand about XRP, why you're doing the things that you're doing, and why your allocation is the way it is. And because I live and breathe on YouTube, I understand how this works and I understand what most other channels are doing. They're putting out information and they're trying to sell drama and sell the narrative they want to pump to promote whatever it is they want to do. And it's a very scary space to be in, crypto, because most, and I know because I receive hundreds a day emails from people offering me up to 30 grand to promote certain crypto projects, do this, we'll sponsor you. And I turn every single one down all the time. I don't take any corporate sponsorship from anyone, particularly scammers like that. And you never see anyone trying to sell me programs to promote the S&P 500. It never happens. It'd be nice if it did. But from what I am listening to what you're saying, and it's really important to say this because we've got currently 800 people all around the world listening, and by the end of the day, this will be like maybe 50,000 people, right? So it's really, I take that responsibility seriously because real people get affected, right? It seems to me you have done what many other people have done. You say you believe in the technology and you get it and you think it's great. However, you didn't wait until it went up. You're saying it took time to research, and find it out. But 3 years it took you to, and I'm not criticizing you. We're having a conversation. You're a lovely guy and I'm just talking to you and we're being honest with each other because there's no point in me talking rubbish because I'm not trying to become your best mate. I'd love to be your best mate, but that's not, I'm trying to help people who are watching and help you and help myself, right? Learn from you. It seems to me that you recognized, or at least you say you recognize the technology, but you waited. And it seems to me when it was 38 cents and just bouncing around doing nothing, even though you thought it was the greatest thing, you didn't want to do it, but you're okay now buying it when it's higher. Now, to me, that a few warning bells go off there because it looks like.
I didn't mean to.
What didn't mean to set off the warning bell?
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to buy it that high. It's just you have to be certain.
But so why did you then? If you didn't mean to, why did you accidentally press the button or what? What do you mean?
I wanted. Let me rephrase that,
please.
I didn't want to buy it at 313. I wanted to buy it lower, and I kept kicking myself in the rear because I didn't buy it at that level. Now, of course.
So you thought it was better to buy it anyway higher. You'd rather own it because it keeps going up.
I thought it was going to go high. I thought it was going to go higher and higher.
Right. Well, you are an exact example of FOMO. Right? Nothing against you. We believe it's going to $10. We believe it's going to $10. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, well, that's stupid. You paid $370. Nothing wrong with that. I've just bought the S&P at an all-time high. Everybody who has a normal 401k job, who buys the S&P every month, Millions of people around the world bought the S&P at an all-time high. They're not stupid. They just buy it every month over 30, 40 years. Nothing wrong with doing that. However, when I listen to you, it sounds to me like, and this is the problem, we'll come to Joseph, he clearly wants to say something, you've got a little bit of FOMO here. And you don't want to miss out. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're a human being. We all get it. But that's a very dangerous thing. And I want to come back to, I want to give you a chance to respond, but Joseph's got his hand up. Joseph, yes.
Yeah, I knew about XRP maybe December last year, and everything on social media was like it's going to $1 million in 5 minutes.
Not on
And
my channel, it wasn't.
no. I
Another
got your
FOMO.
channel in January, so well anyway, it was I got all caught up in the hype, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it or Bitcoin. In December or January 1st, I made the decision to buy Bitcoin, buy XRP. XRP was at $2.03 January 1st at 0004. Why do I know that? Because I bought Bitcoin at 94,000. Now, XRP 203, it's 207 today, but it shot up to about 3 something. When it shot up about $1, I said, "Man, I gotta get in it just like you did," and I bought it. And I was happy, and then it just tanked. And I was like, "Oh my God!" I started listening to Martin. I started listening to online. I got more involved in it, and then Crypto Sensei, he saved me. He showed me the
I just want to
resistance
correct you.
points.
Sensei Crypto. There's somebody else online called Crypto Sensei.
No,
So I just want to say, Sensei, yeah, he's not quite so honest as our Sensei Crypto is. Sensei Crypto. Sorry, Joseph.
he showed me the resistance levels and where a seasoned trader goes in at. There's resistance at these levels and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. Because when I bought it at 246, I thought I was going to be a millionaire. But everyone laughed at me in the XRP community because they said in November that it was 50 cents. And I did my homework. I was like, oh my God, why am I doing this? And what did I do? When I made a small profit, I got out of it because I didn't want to be that guy. And then I waited and waited and waited and then found out an entry point. And today I hit my entry point again at $2. I'm buying at the bottom of the red candles because I listen to this channel. They give advice. They don't give you the fluff. They don't tell you it's going to be $1 million in 5 minutes. They give you these levels. And I just want to say thank you for that.
Yeah,
But
you're welcome. Yeah.
you got to buy at these bottom of the candles. And I'm sorry that your average price is 3 something, but mine is
Oh,
still
it's too.
high, but it's
Yeah.
at $2. And
Okay.
I'm buying.
Let me say something, and then I'm going to give everyone the opportunity to respond. We got a new guest just called in, called Israel. We'll come to you in a second. Lovely to see you. Look at that. He's got a keyboard in the background. Israel, I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man. There's a piano behind me. I've done the Phantom of the Opera, so lovely to have a fellow musician on the show today. I'll come to you in a second. I want to say this, just before I do, stay right where you are, because this is a huge event this afternoon. We've got 800 people in here, and this is not an XRP show. This is USA under attack. I purposely didn't want XRP right at the beginning of the channel, at the beginning of the title, and all the rest of it. So I'm going to ask everyone just 30 seconds, guys, to do this, because we want to put this message out to more people today, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on what Joseph said in relationship to what James was just saying, and then come to the rest of the panel. Would everyone please just do me a wonderful favor? And I think it would be really, really important today. Let me just refresh the screen. Okay, 1 minute. We've got 812 watching. We've got 158 likes. Let's get 500 likes so we can share this mood out. Everyone knew what I was doing. I could see the likes just suddenly come plowing in. Ready? Just 1 minute and I'll come right back to our conversation. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Let's bring it up. Let me share on the screen. This is what we got right now. There are 817 watching. Everyone, please tap the like button. Let me refresh the screen. If you tap the like button, it shares it out to YouTube. More people will be made aware that we are live today here having a discussion. USA under attack. The economy is under attack. Everything from Donald Trump. More assassination attempts. Did you hear what went on yesterday in Washington? We've got Elon Musk, a global attack with X all around the world. People not buying cars in Germany, Teslas, 200% and threatened to go up as well from Canada. There's a whole global attack on America. There you go. The likes are flying up now. Can we get to 500 likes? And then I want to come back to my panel. We got 792. Call it 800. The best we could get is 400 because 50% of people are not signed in to Google. Just the way it is. We're at 255. So I'm going to call it a result if we get to 300. 272. Come on. Just 28 to go. Oh, there we go. 272. We're nearly done. Get 300 and I'll go back to my panel. 282. 18 to go. This is absolutely wonderful. Please share it out. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing as well. Tap the subscribe button. And we're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. 73,904. Can we make 74,000 a day? It's important to me. It's my own personal little target of the world, and I just want to get a silver plaque on the wall with 100,000, knowing we did the right thing. There we go. 305 likes. 313. That'll do for me. I said we'd stop it at 300, and I meant it. There we go. Thank you so much indeed. Cheers, everybody. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely amazing. All right, let me come back to my come back to my panel. People get lazy. They forget to tap the like button when they come in. I want to just make a comment Joseph was saying regarding James's price on XRP. I hear this a lot, and it was mentioned by James, and it was mentioned by Joseph. The phrase, I did my research, I worked it out, it's a good buy, yada, 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 all this stuff. And since I've been doing this for the last 4 years, that phrase, I did my research, I did my due diligence on crypto or XRP, has started to scare me a little bit. And let me explain why, and you can all give me your reaction to that. There is no due diligence. There is no research you can do on XRP or crypto other than the fundamental purpose of what it's supposed to do. Whether it does it or not, that you can come to that assumption. But the actual fundamental principle, looking at my due diligence and my research, and I'm happy to pay 280, and I'm happy to pay 38 cents, or whatever level you set yourself at. I'm sorry, folks, it doesn't exist, and let me tell you why. I spend all day, every day. We do earnings for all the major companies, and we do any earnings anyone requests. And we listen to the earnings. We watch the balance sheet. We look at the profit, the loss. We know what the company makes. We can calculate its profit, its returns, its gains, blah, 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 blah. We know who its customers are. We know its dominance in the world, what the risks are. We can calculate pretty accurately its forward price, its forward valuation, because it's a company that earns money. As far as I know, there isn't yet a crypto ever that has any balance sheet that tells you what it's going to earn. The closest we can get to that is Coinbase, an SEC regulated public company, because they make money out of you trading crypto. However, if all crypto goes to zero, so does Coinbase, right? Unlike Coca-Cola or Microsoft or Google or Amazon or anybody else, right? So let's remember that. So when you talk about you're okay paying this price and this price and this price because you've done your research, scares the hell out of me, because that tells me you've been watching YouTube channels who have given you a certain level of this and that and the other, and you've come to that conclusion. It's worth this. Now, we also have said we can see $10, but it's way below the numbers that other YouTube channels are giving you, because that's based upon technicals, fundamentals, and also my relationships with people that I talk to from the projects, from the companies, the CEOs I talk to, and we've kind of got our best guess. And it really is no more than that. It's our best guess. Well, it's not a guess to tell you how much Coca-Cola are going to earn this quarter, because we know Very good idea. We can pretty much guarantee roughly, where it's going to be. So it worries me when people say they've done their due diligence, their research, and they're happy to pay this and they're happy to pay that and all the rest of it. I think whatever crypto you've got, whether you are in, which we believe, the one that will be the network of future payments, XRP, or whether you're fart coin and going all out on some binky bonk coin, it's a best guess at the end of the day. And you should be, even if you are an investor, not a trader or a gambler, taking some profit on the pumps and, like you talked about, support levels, resistance levels with Sensei, and he shows you this is how you can acquire more, get your money out, so you end up having all your seed money out. So if it does go to zero, you didn't lose any money because you got your money out. I think with crypto, you have to be able to have a trading strategy of when to buy, when to sell. I just wanted to say that. I'm hearing Joseph and James talk about my research and so on and so forth. You cannot do research on valuation. You can't. You can do technical levels of when it's a good time, more likely to make a profit and more likely to buy and blah, blah, blah. But you can't do any research to tell you the valuation of it at all. You can respond to that in a second. I'd love you to disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. Israel just called in. Welcome to you. Are you calling in from Israel by any chance?
No, I'm not calling in from Israel. I'm actually calling in from Boston, Massachusetts.
And I can tell that you are a musician because your microphone sounds better than most. Sounds very nice. You got a bit of compression going on there and a bit of EQ done there to make it sound a bit like a radio show right there. I'm loving it. Very nice indeed. So where you're calling from Massachusetts. Lovely to have you here.
I'm calling from and I gotta say I listened to your show before where you I heard about you playing during your show, and I put in the comment like I love hearing your music, from one musician to another, and it's something that's different that I have not seen in any other shows, and I'm a big fan of music and finance and the market, so it's like my ideal world that I've seen you do. Yeah.
Lovely. Have you seen the music channel, Martyn Lucas, the music channel? Have you gone and checked
I
that out?
I have.
Okay,
Big
so you're
fan.
familiar.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, one day you have to call in, be on the show with me, and we'll do a duet together. And if you've got a music channel you want me to promote it, I'm more than happy to tell the world about you and get everyone to subscribe to you. So do all that.
I'm not there. Yeah. I'm not as advanced as you yet, but maybe in the future. I just wanted to comment about the title that you put. You talk about the assault on America. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And I think that could happen. I think some of the wounds right now that we're seeing could be self-inflicted a little, I see that as not as a lot of mixed messages coming out day after day. And we know how the stock market reacts to that. I have both money in crypto as well as in the stock market. The majority of my investment in crypto is XRP, but the majority of my investments is in the stock market. So I'm feeling it like everyone else.
Yeah, no one is avoiding this today unless they've shorted the market and got lucky and got out with that. But if you've watched the show before, you'll know. You can make money with shorting, but it's against all my principles. I don't believe in it. I'm a builder. I like making things, building things, believing in things. But yes, it's tough. No one's getting away from it. So I'd like your thoughts and reactions. Saab is a big investor in XRP. And we know at the top there our friend from the UK, Curtis, as an investor and in the overall markets and dividend stocks. James is in XRP. It's a big part, 75%. I think he said of his portfolio. And then we had Joseph give his thoughts of he mentioned Sensei about finding the levels to trade it, and I really feel that's the only way you can be in crypto, always taking profits. But I'd like some reaction from you, what I just said there, being honest with yourself and going, okay, what research? What research tells you it's the right price to pay? Because I can't see any research can tell you. You can come up with any story you want. Well, the global capitalization of all money transactions and blah, blah, blah. And if all transactions were done on the XRP network, it'd be $1 billion a coin and da-da-da-da-da. That's exactly the same. And I know from first-hand experience because I met one of the sharks from Shark Tank, Mark Cuban. I played in his house. And Mark said to me, be the best of yourself, Mark, and you'll always win. And one of the things he said to me was the worst thing that any entrepreneur says when they walk into Shark Tank, when they go in and they say, I've invented something, and if I only have 1% of all the market in the world, we'll all be rich. And the first thing they want to say is, get out of here. Because trying to get 1% of iPhones or 1% of Coca-Cola is as impossible, is more difficult than trying to get 100% of something that's rubbish. Right? It's very, very hard to get that 1%. So, when people say, I only need this and I only need that, and if we just did all this, it could be just all that, it's not a good strategy. So what does the panel think of what I said about researching a crypto and coming up with a valuation based upon that research? I'm going to unmute Saab as well. And anyone who wants to come back can Saab muted himself. All right. So give me your thoughts. Joseph, you had your hand up. What did you think about that?
I like what you said. I do. And maybe I need to reword how I look at this. I totally agree with you. The crypto space is like a glass ball, and anyone best guess is what's going to happen. I agree with that. I do. The way I try not to look at crypto is the way I look at stocks, like you said. It's completely different, night and day. You can look at a company. Okay, they're going to profit because they sold 1 million iPhones, so they're going to have a profit, and that means it's going to come back to the investor.
Yeah.
You can't do that with XRP because right now there's like 500,000 transactions in XRP right now, and it doesn't mean anything. All it is people are just gambling on this token,
Yeah.
and that goes from 500 to 1 million transactions in a minute. What I believe is, and when I say I did my research, is I actually looked at this coin because I didn't know what anything about meme coins, tokens, I didn't know anything of that. XRP has a value that the banks, the financial systems can use, and that there's value in that. We just don't know when that's going to happen. A lot of these companies are saying, yeah, they're testing it out and stuff like that, and who's going to make money on that? And I like your view on that, is the banks, the financial systems, because they're using this technology. All we got is a token.
Exactly.
That's all.
That's why I want to invest in the banks and those that are going to use it. That is where the real money is. And when the CFO, the day before the conference for the crypto summit, comes online and says, we don't care about the traders, and if we want to dump all our XRP on the market, we will. He knew what was coming the next day, and it did. Thoughts? Anybody else? James, Saab, Israel? Yes.
I do have something.
Yes, please.
When you said, I have to say, I 100% agree. It's one of the main reasons why I started watching your channel is the things you say I kind of agree with. And when you said about crypto, because for me, likewise what you said, there is no research to be done, right? There's no balance sheet. You can't see any free cash. You can't see any revenues. And for me, I don't like investing into anything without seeing revenues. So I would never invest in crypto. So whenever, like you said, when people say they do their research, all they can really do is go on YouTube and have a look at what someone's saying about the coin. Or, like I said, when maybe it might shoot up 50%, and then, okay, they might think it's a good investment, so they'll get in. So yeah, I kind of have no kind of disagreements to what you said, really. It's kind of 100%, I think 100% right about what you said.
Well, that's cool. It's nice to be nice to have people think you're right, I guess. Thank you sir, for saying so. Andrew's just called in. Good afternoon, Andrew. Where are you calling in from? Andrew, you're live on the show. Can you hear me?
I think my name is actually Luke. I put Luke in. It's not Andrew.
Oh, hang on. No. I've got Andrew at the top there. Luke, I can come to you as well, Luke. But I was talking to Andrew, the guy in the top left-hand corner.
Oh, sorry.
With the no, not at all.
Hi, calling from Tennessee.
Oh, I think you're behind me, Andrew. I think you're listening to me on YouTube. If you mute yourself on YouTube, I'll come back to you in a second then. Mute yourself on YouTube and unmute the live phone in. That's the real-time conversation. There we go. He'll just sort that out. Yeah, so Luke, sorry about that, mate. What was you going to say there?
No, I just want to say thanks for the contribution you've given to all the supporters out there for XRP.
You're welcome.
You know, I've been watching your channel for a couple of months now, and I've been heavily invested in this space since 2017. So I got quite an interesting story related back to digital asset investment. I'm probably not as up to speed on S&P and things as you guys are, but yeah, certainly I've been through 2 bull runs. And learned an awful lot, and was just interested in some of the points that you were talking about in terms of, you know, how do you do due diligence, and maybe just to share a couple of thoughts in terms of my journey was, you know, when I first started, I was working. I'm based in Dubai, similar to one of your other guests as well, and I initially started with coinmarketcap.com, and I went through the top 15 coins, and I just researched every single one of them and looked at the company, and then started looking at, you know, each of their board members, their affiliations, their partnerships, and then from there on, then started really drilling into the partnerships that they had. And the thing that attracted me to Ripple, which made me invest significantly, was really their relationships globally, and also their board members, such as like Rosie Rios, for example, and the endorsements that they had, the relationship with the IMF, you know, central bank relationships globally. And if you know anything about banks and global governments, you know that they don't partner with just anybody. So there's a degree of kind of reading between the lines that one can take, where you can see that, you know, an organization of that caliber, with the board members that they've got and the partnerships and the members that joined them from, you know, global giants, you know, just something is moving behind the scenes. And, you know, when you can then look at the technical aspects, as the other guest mentioned, about liquidity. And I think for me, it was really doing a bit of research to understand Nostro-Vostro accounts, how the correspondent banking network operated, and what the size and the opportunity was for the global market for a technology of this kind. And that was really some of the thoughts that I used when I was looking into investing into the coin XRP. And I got in back in 2017. I was buying about 18 cents back then. And I spent, initially, I just put everything I could in 2017, rode the market up probably about almost 10, 15x in the first bull run in 2017. Watched it all completely collapse because I knew nothing about bull markets and bear cycles. Watched it all collapse, held on, just kept on investing again.
Oh, we just lost you. I hope we've not. That was a great conversation. Great information from you. Just call us back, Luke. We seem to have lost you. So I'm just going to respond to what you just said. Hopefully you can call back. He might have lost his phone, internet, anything could have happened. Battery could have gone, you name it. I think everyone would agree what he was saying was the reasons why all of us investing XRP. Get nods around the room. Yep, nods around the room. Everyone's going, yep. That's exactly why I'm buying XRP. That was great. That was great. That was flawless, actually, and we feel the same. We don't have the evidence to say Bank of America are using it, though. Banks, we don't know. I'm always trying to get that confirmed. I'm talking to the Bank of America representatives, but I've invited Brian Moynihan, who's the CEO of Bank of America, onto the show. Not got that response yet, but I'm trying for the members and the viewers of XRP to make that happen. But he's spot on. So we know that we like the reason for buying it, but because it doesn't make any money, we've still got to trade along the way. And if you'd listen to Sensei's Sunday show, he's shown many times the 50% crashes several times where you could have ended up acquiring double, triple, quadruple the amount of XRP you started with, and all your seed money out, and now you're ready for a future explosion of wherever it might go with basically free coins. And that is what you have to do if you invest in crypto. Because I'm pretty darn sure that Michael Saylor, who is the bullish of bullishness on Bitcoin, takes some profit wherever he feels necessary and adds and then comes back. I don't think he just buys it and never sells a single coin. I'm pretty sure of that. So anyway, we've now got back on the line. Hopefully we'll get Luke back. Andrew, welcome back. Can you now hear me?
Yes.
Spot on, yes. You have to mute yourself on YouTube and listen through the phone in. So thanks for calling in. Where are you calling in from?
I'm in Tennessee. Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Lovely, great stuff. What are you investing in?
Predominantly, I'm invested in XRP, HBAR. I've had Bitcoin over the years. Same, I've listened to Luke, hear his perspective. Same, been in the market since 2017, rode the different waves, listened to all the hype, been through all the ups and downs.
Yeah.
You know, all the friends coming to you saying, hey, we want to buy crypto. And I'm saying, I'm looking to sell crypto when you're looking to buy it.
There it is. There it is.
I had a joke with my dad who told him to buy XRP back at 40 cents. He got all excited at $3 and told me he was buying. And I took that as my signal to sell. And I says, well, just to let you know, I'm getting out when you're getting in. I'll use this as my signal.
There it is. But what's the allocation of your portfolio right now to XRP?
Right now, I mean, I've been probably over 80%.
Oh, you're all back in again then, right? Okay.
So where I'm at now is recently finding your channel, trying to look to get out of talking to people, and you have your investment thesis, and trying to get away from just holding it and going for the rides, and looking to more actively trade, looking at those levels, taking profits, learning to diversify and get more financially literate, to spread out across the market. Luke. So
that sounds spot on. And I like when you said, by the way, Luke, in case you didn't hear, we all thumbed up. We all shook our heads in agreement with you. Everyone is like, this is the reason to buy XRP. Spot on. Yep. Perfect. Everyone was in agreement. And nobody wouldn't be in agreement with that unless, I don't know, they're watching some silly channel about something silly. It was great. So thank you for your contribution today. And Andrew's agreeing with you. He just, the gentleman in the top left-hand corner, he just called in and he agrees with you 100%. This is it. So, you mentioned the word when your friends were asking you about it. So they'd learned something, they'd heard something, there was some hype somewhere. Oh, that's what you want. That's what you sell. That's when you sell. I believe in those strategies 100%. During COVID, I wasn't working anymore. My days of touring as the world piano man ended, and I built this studio, and I decided to go online, and this would be my swan song, my last, this is my last era of my life. I want to build this and be the biggest YouTube channel in the world and do my music as well as this channel. And so I had an opportunity to get rid of my car. I had this brand new car that I bought when I came to America 8 years ago, and to carry my gear around, and all of a sudden COVID's coming and I don't need a car anymore. And I watched the market go up and up and up like crazy on used cars. I ended up a car that was 2 years old, 18 months old I think it was, got back more than I paid for it, brand new, 18 months earlier. Of course I sold it. It's a no-brainer. The whole world's going, we need used cars. We can't get used cars. Martyn Lucas has got a car over here. It's brand new. He's hardly used it. We want to brilliant. I sold it to CarMax for more than I paid for it. That is what you do. And whether you are buying and selling a car, buying and selling a house, if you are always ready in the market to buy and sell when everybody else is doing the opposite, that's the time to buy and sell, right? When everybody else, you don't ever want to be looking for a house when you need one. You want to be buying a house when you don't need one because it's the right price. It's the same as, I know that's easier said than done. So what you're saying is you have one house you live in and then you just happen to be looking for a spare house in between and a spare car in between. I understand that's easier said than done. But from time to time, you do get the opportunity, and as I did with my car, and I sold it. And that's it. You're absolutely right. But that's what worries me as well, though, because with crypto, you have these cycles that we go through. Right, these predictable cycles, the winter, the summer of crypto, this, that, and the other, all these things, the halvings, and all the rest of it. But and as great as it is to understand that, and you guys know more about it than I do. I'm about building relationships with CEOs and putting together an entertaining show. Sensei is about the charts. Sensei is about the crypto. We all have our different expertise. I am not the crypto expert. You probably know more about crypto than I do. However, I do know what people tell me who work there and so on and so forth. And I bring that to the table, right? But what worries me with crypto is, unlike any other business, we have these predictable seasons, and real businesses doesn't really have predictable seasons. We just steadily keep growing. That's like we're all drinking Coca-Cola, or we're all buying whatever we're buying, right? Chewing gum or whatever we're buying, like Wrigley's with one of Warren Buffett's favorite investments. But the point is, a business that, like my business, my YouTube channel, I'm doubling my rate of growth every month. I'm always going up until I upset everybody and do a really bad video. So far, that hasn't got, it's always going up. So I've got a predictable growth. It's a business growing it. And it doesn't have this winter season. And so for like next year, it's supposed to be a season when no one watches my YouTube channel. And I'm supposed to accept that as normal. That's okay. We're in the winter season for YouTube channels. Live with it, Martyn. For the next 6 months, you're going to earn nothing on YouTube. That sounds like a rubbish business plan to me. So that's what worries me, that we do have this cycle of predictability, which then it means it's unpredictable, because at the same time as being predictable, because you know what everyone's going to do. So you're just trying to be the first person to do it because we're all going to sell at this point. So I want to sell it before anybody else. Sounds a bit mad to me, if I'm honest. I'm just more focused, and I understand why the CFO says we don't care about your trading of crypto. We're busy trying to get, XRP. We're trying to get the network to use it. That's where the real money is. That's where the real investment is. And I think we all agree on that. But because of this predictability thing, of greed and selfishness and blah, 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 we've got to rise above all of that and take our profits when we see these things happen and start to acquire more because of the predictability of the unpredictabilityness. Don't know if that's a real word. So what are your thoughts on all what we're hearing today? We're learning a lot of great stuff from people. I'm really excited. Oh, hang on. I've muted you now. You have some background issue for some reason all the time, Sub. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Hold on. Let me put the earphones on. It probably works better.
That's what it is. Your Pacific computer doesn't have a feedback loop on it, so we get the leakage, and that's why we hear you double. But if you change your microphone to a headphone system, then you won't. Anyway, talk to me, Saab. Yeah, sounds great. Not as good as Israel. Israel sounds the best today. He's a musician. He knows.
I'll buy one of those Shure microphones.
You get one. No, don't get one of those. You want to get one of those Neumanns over there where I sing on every day. Anyway, Saab, sorry. Okay. Talk to me.
So Luke came on and just laid it all out. That's pretty much the theory of XRP. Luke just did it. I wish I could explain it like that, Luke. That was a fantastic explanation of XRP and the technology and the reason why a lot of us are bullish on XRP. I got into it early into 2017. Just bought a little bit, and then it all just went down after a while, and I just sat on it. And then I got back into it at the beginning of 2024, We got in, around about under 50 cents, probably about 46, 47, and just watched it go up since then. And obviously, I've been looking into the markets and looking at all the institutions that have been backing up XRP, which Luke went through. And I can't bring myself to buy any more right now. I did all right, you know what I mean? I bought a good amount, made six figures, and it just doesn't feel
Check
like
you out, Mr. I made six figures.
well, on a cryptocurrency, you're thinking, you have to have a bit of belief in it when you make some good money on it. But I can't feel like getting back into it unless it goes like 160, 170. I just we can afford to sit back and wait for it to go lower. So it's hard for me to even consider buying it. Like a 250 and when we've all got into it at the lower range. But it's definitely something that I'm following, and I think XRP, if anyone, XRP is the one.
Before someone comes back and responds, I can see our gentleman at the bottom there. It was that James wants to ask a question, so I want to bring James in. I just want to throw this in. Crypto, it's volatile, it's speculative. There's massive gains, massive opportunities to be made, and so on and so forth. But sometimes I get the impression that no one has really thought of an alternative. You got to have some crypto because you're going to get rich if you have crypto. It's like it's taken over the world. It's like it's the only thing you need if you're going to get rich. Where I know right now it's bloody horrible being me in the S&P. Mind you, it's pretty horrible being in Bitcoin or any crypto right now as well. But the point is, if you know your goal and you know your target, for me, I wanted to get 100,000 subscribers because it would be fun to have a silver plaque on the wall. I wanted to get a $1 million portfolio by the end of the decade. All of that is on target, despite all of this, believe it or not. All of that is on target, and that's all I need. I don't need 10 million, 100 million. 1 million's fine. I have no mortgage. I have no car loan. I live minimum. When I go back to England to retire, free bus passes. I get all these little things, free healthcare. I'm okay. Might be slow. Might have to wait 20 years to get my knee replaced, but by the time I'm 90, they'll get me in. It'll be free. So end of the day, I'm happy with my little life, going to the village pub, having a Sunday roast. That's all I want. I've traveled the world, done everything I wanted to do. I'm happy with that. And I can do that by simply turning up every day, earning my money on YouTube, buying the S&P when it's down. Yep, adding some margin right now because it's getting oversold, which is what I've done. Yes, it went lower. Okay, it went lower. I can't do much about that. When I get paid, I'll buy a bit more. And eventually when it goes up, I'll just start focusing on paying down my margin, right? And I'll get to where I want to be at the end of the day. I will get there. And I won't lose it all unless it does go down 50% tomorrow before I get paid. I mean, okay, it could, but it's unlikely. And the chances are I'll get there. So you don't have to take all of these risks. I think most people that I talk to investing in crypto never give me my target is. It's just, I want to be up thousands of %. And I think when you sort of think like that, it's a bit like going into a casino rather than going, I just want to win $10. Then I can go out, buy a steak meal and go home. Everyone just goes, I'm going to put it all on red and I might make $1 million. No one seems to care that you might lose it all either. There's no target. There's just, I might want to get $1 million. Anyway, let's bring in James, who had his hand up. Yes, sir.
So I just want to make a couple more comments, and then I got to go barbecue. I got family coming in. So,
okie dokie.
So three things that I was listening to. New technology. For me, it's always about technology because I work in a technology field with the government. Oh. So when I see new technology, I go, this is why it took so long for me to get in, is because I was researching. I just don't jump in until I know a little bit more on what it's doing. It's like a car. You don't go buy a car not unless you've had other reviews on it, test drive it, and stuff like this. In this case, you can't test drive the crypto. Which my second point is a casino. And it's like I've heard a lot of people say it's just like investing in anything. when you invest it, it's like be able to walk away from it if you lose it. Don't invest not unless you're not going to be guy. I forget the saying, but don't invest unless you want to lose it or whatever that is. I hope you understand what I'm saying is if you can afford to lose it, then and that's the way in this case. It's new technology. I'm taking a risk. I'm taking a high risk. Risk reward. The risk is out the world. It's better. It's higher risk than gold. Gold is kind of like recession proof. And the third thing was learning. You can learn about some of these things. Like for XRP, there's a technology out there. There's a platform they're talking about how they want to use it and how it's going to benefit the whole world, so to speak, with all these transactions being faster instead of having Swift, which it takes forever. Plus, the fact is, with this type of platform, you can make transactions on the weekends and they're settled within a matter of minutes. Why? Originally, with our system that we have now, which is old, which if you go on a Friday and make a transfer, well, it's not going to happen until Monday. So those are the things that I looked at. But yes, I think it's like a casino bid. This is money that I've already thought, yeah, if I lose it, hey, I've lost.
I don't feel like that. I don't like losing money at all.
It's a risk, but you are right. I do have a plan on if and when this hits at a certain point, then I'm going to make my move. So I'm basically what you call I'm in for the long run. Now you made a point to the fact that what I should really be doing is taking some of that money out of the market, ups and downs. That's a lot of time. And in my case, sometimes the way I play the field is I let it ride. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, But for me, that's the way I run this crypto, or how I'm doing this crypto. I have other crypto in my portfolio. I got Stellar, H-band, top 3 U.S. ones. And you're probably going to say, well, what was that based on? And see, I'm already reading your mind now. So again, it's there's a person called Peter Lynch. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah.
He was a guru of the stock, and I bought his book back in the 80s called Beating the Street. And a lot of that stuff in his book pertains to it's all about the market, how to beat the street, always, and especially with the stock market, when it goes down 10%, buy. Okay, because the stock market is always going to go up. Even if it goes down, still going to go up. So I've taken some of that reading from that book and applied to the crypto, and now as far as trading, I have to learn. I wrote this down, learning, and that's why I'm in these channels. This is why I'm listening to you and listen to other people in ways of trying to gain some of that profit of what I've already put into it, instead of just letting there sit and just let it go down to zero and then wait another 2 years and let it come back up to $1. So it's a learning experience for me for crypto. I am taking a high risk. I accept that high risk. I accept losing all the money I put into it. Okay. And it's based on new technology. So I'm okay. And I'm going to move forward. But what I am going to do is learn. You guys made a good point in the fact of I need to learn a little bit more about the ups and downs, wins, the buys, wins, the sells. And I appreciate Lucas, what he said, and this forum, which I think you should have more, really educates the people out there in the crypto world with everybody's opinion. and I think it's very vital for us to win, lose, or mostly win in this situation, or we hope we win. But I think everybody's knowledge from worldwide has a lot to play with everybody else. But I thank you for having me on.
I know you've got to go to a barbecue. Have I got a minute to respond to you before you go?
Sure.
Okay. I just wrote down some points you were making there. And I want, because some people come in for what I know, and I've got Andrew wants to comment. We've got Stacey just called in. Lovely to have Stacey here this afternoon. We call her the mother of the show, of the channel. She takes care of all of us. Four things I want to talk about. You just said there. Because some people come in for a minute and they hear a thing for a minute and they don't hear the whole thing, and then they'll tweet it in a Reddit room. Martyn Lucas said this. He said this guy, da-da-da-da. Well, I can't help that. They don't listen for more than 10 seconds. That's their fault. But I try my best to answer everything as it happens live. Market always goes up. I really want to say that. Why does the market always go up? It doesn't always go up, but it does. And let me explain why. Because people say it always goes up, and it does. Not in crypto, it doesn't. Certainly doesn't, but it does in the overall index. And I want to explain that when people watch that and go, oh, that's brilliant. I can buy anything because the market always goes up. Yeah, it kind of does, but you need to understand why it does so you understand where it does, because it doesn't everywhere. The index goes up because of this. The S&P 500, my favorite stock, right? Because good companies come in. When they fail, they get thrown out. New ones come in. So the index is always improving, getting rid of rubbish, bringing new companies in that are doing well. Fantastic. Even if a company goes sideways and makes no profit, it goes up. How's that happen? Inflation. So if you put your money in the bank and you just leave it there, it loses money every year. The bank lends it out. We've been through all this, blah, blah, blah. Bank lends it out. That's why you don't get any money on it, really. And it goes down with inflation. So you take your money out in 20 years, you've lost money, right? So you don't do that. And the reason why the stock market works, because over time, even if a business went sideways and only sold the same amount of cans of Coke every year, or only sold the same amount of cars every year, because of inflation, the monetary value of your share would go up just to match standing still. So yeah, your money in the market will go up. The index will go up. A stock, an individual company could go flat and disappear because it goes bankrupt. 80% of the Russell won't be around in 20 years. They'll go bankrupt. Most crypto won't be around in 20 years. It'll disappear and be worthless. The overall index goes up. Yes, that's true. And that's why it goes up, even if it goes sideways. The companies, it's going to be worth more on paper. The number's going to go up, which means you've got the same buying power as you would have, but you don't have less. So you've got up, but not gone up. But that's what that means. So I don't want to say that. Buying higher, you said you took a long time to research it because it took a long while, and you ended up buying higher. Unlike Andrew or our other guest, they bought it for pennies. Still not a wrong thing to do. And I want to say why that was the right thing to do. People every month buy the S&P at the all-time highs. Right now, people are buying it lower. Great. So if you got paid today and your company buys the index today, you're happy because you bought a discount. But overall, we're happy to pay more and more because things go up in price. That's fine. There's nothing wrong. People get too focused on lowering their averages. It's all over YouTube because it's a very easy story to sell. Lower your average, blah, 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 bring the price down. That's rubbish information. Okay, it's great if you can buy, and I want to buy now when it's down, but what's important is acquiring a great business over time and always buying a great business under value if you can, not focusing on averages. So you buying at $2 or $3 or $4 might be better than Luke or Andrew buying at 10 cents, because when they bought it, they didn't know what it was going to do. There was no guarantee of where it was going. We now know more about it. Those guys will admit that too. We know more about it today than we did 10 years ago, right? So you buying it at $3 or $4, actually your risk to reward might be better than those guys who bought it for 20 cents. They were very speculative back in the day. The guy who bought the first Bitcoin, extremely speculative, right? We know more about it. So it's not always a wrong thing to buy higher. That was one of your points. Sale order. You talked about you're really, really busy and I don't want to be an active trader. Totally get it. I live on YouTube every day because I'm trying to earn a living, right? So I'm sitting here 24 hours a day, well, 12 hours a day actually, talking and watching the stock market. You can set sale orders, buy orders. When it goes up 10%, set a sale order. Just let it go. Just middle of the night, it goes up 10%, it sells 10% of your portfolio. In the morning, oh, look at that, I made a profit. Doesn't matter if it's gone up further, doesn't matter if it's gone lower. Doesn't matter whether you got the best price, the lowest price. You're never going to beat the market, particularly on crypto, unless you're a flipping wizard, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. You've got thou shall not pass. You have got no chance to time the market. Hey, if you make 10%, that's what you're making a year on the S&P. Bloody hell, happy. Do it overnight. Who the bloody hell cares if it's up, down, left and right? Just keep setting sell orders. When it goes up 10%, you sell some. If it goes down 10%, you buy some more. Simple as that. Set limit orders. And the last one was, you said I should do more phone-ins like this and others don't do it like this. Other YouTubers who, I know it sounds silly, but I don't call myself a YouTuber because I'm not. I stood on stage with Elton John. I'm the world piano man. I use YouTube to broadcast a TV show, right? I'm not a YouTuber. I don't think the same mindset. I just use it to broadcast my TV show. At least I hope it is. Most YouTubers, they plan their interviews, the guests they want on, for things they all agree on. We're pumping up XRP or we're saying great things about Bitcoin. They've got, right? I just bring anybody on live, don't know who's going to call in, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Like the other day, everybody was witness to something very strange on our show. If he pops in the chat, he won't be getting on again. We'll say it like that. But everyone gets, Stacey's going, yeah, really, that happened live on our show. Yep, that happened live on our show, folks. Now you're all going to go back and watch it. Please don't. You won't never forget it if you've seen it. The point is, everyone has a voice here. Everyone can call in, and that's good because everyone's got a difference of opinion. Even people who have no bloody idea what they're talking about have great value because there are thousands of others who have no bloody idea thinking the same bloody nonsense. And we want to know what they're thinking because if we know what all the idiots are thinking, we know how it's going to trade tomorrow, right? That's important. So we want to know what the smart people think, and we also want to know what the idiots think. So everyone's welcome. So that's why we do what we do. James, I know you got to go. There were 4 points you mentioned. I wanted to get through them. Final thoughts before you go. I know you've got to run.
Yeah, the final thought is keep educating yourself, learning about the crypto or anything that you do. Again, the big point for me is the takeaway here is and I'm trying to learn the shorts and the longs. Once you come into something like this, you got to be able to. I would love to do that, place a short and a long, but I do not know too much about that, so right. I'm really investigating more on that and trying to teach myself on
Best
that.
person
and then
to
I'll
speak
be able
to
do that because you're right. I could make money and just walk away.
Easy. The best person to speak to who's not got anything to promote, anything to sell, other than if you want to buy one of our mugs. Yeah, we've always got mugs for sale. We're not going to lie. Yeah, we don't sell nothing on this show. Well, you can buy a mug. But no, all seriousness, every Sunday, 3 p.m. Central, on this channel, one of the best chart technicians you're ever going to have the great fortune to talk with. He's the same as me. He works on my show. And when I chose him because he's got the same philosophy as me. We're not telling people what. We're not selling training programs. We're just here to help people. And he will show you how to find the buy zones, the sell zones, support levels, this and that and the other. All the trading positions. You can see Joseph there nodding away. He's done it. All our members have acquired more XRP by doing that. They've got their seed money out. They've now got a lot more. And I took a lot of criticism for it. Oh, you said it's going to down 50%. It's going to go up to forever. It's going to go to $1 million. Okay, you go and watch some other channel that tells you that because they get paid to say it. Sensei, every Sunday, join Sensei. He'll do a chart for you and he'll specifically show you for free the levels that you have got best chance to make some profit from. And then you set your limit order. And if it goes there and you make 10% when you wake up in the morning, why not? You just beaten the S&P overnight. Not bad, is it?
Okay, but anyway, Lucas, thank you for inviting me in.
Pleasure.
I think you're doing a great thing here. I just picked up on your YouTube and been listening to it more now, subscriber. So I really appreciate what you're saying and plus all the other people too, because all in all, we all want to win. All in all, we want to win.
Yes, you learn more from everybody else. I just bring everyone together. I learn more from all of you. I know you've got to run. Thank you, James, for calling in.
Thank you. Thank everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
So Andrew and a few others wanted to comment to what James was saying. Let's quickly get Stacey, who's been waiting patiently. Stacey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, Stacey. What's going on? What's going on?
Just listening to the chat today, like people just need to be patient.
Yeah.
People need to be patient and the whole FOMO thing, I mean, it's real. The crypto, everything. You could have called it a mile away that it was going to jump and then dump. And I try to tell people, do not buy at those moments, but they do. They buy at $3. They buy at $3.25 or $2.80. But if you can't be patient, then this is not for you.
Very, very wise words. Patience is everything in this game. Everything,
and it's
specifically speculative stocks.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the stock market. I mean, people can.
She's having a go at me now. That's nice. Here it comes. Here it comes. Everyone's being nice until they're not. Go on, Stacey, lay it on. If I'd waited now.
Look, all right. Unlike some people I know, I'm just saying. No, I think like with the stock market, people can sit there and say, oh, it's Joe Biden's fault or, oh, it's Trump's fault. Well, you know what? It's nobody's fault. This is years and years and years of coming. And it's going to take a while. It's going to get worse before it gets better.
Correct.
I mean, that's
it is one person's fault, though. It's the seller's fault.
Yeah, well.
The sellers are the reason why it's down. Simple as that. There you go. It's miraculous. We've solved the problem. Everybody who sold, it's your bloody fault. Stop selling. Right, Andrew and Luke both wanted to react. I think Andrew had his hand up first to what James was saying, or anything else for that matter.
Yes. I think you hit on quite a few of those points I was going to touch on already. And it's just, when you're looking to trade and you're trying to inform a lot of new investors. I heard you talk about getting in during COVID. I used to play around and day traded the market some 15 years ago, got out of the market. When COVID happened, I took all of my savings and I knew enough about the market to say this is the best buying opportunity I'll probably have in my lifetime. I wish
I was doing it then. I missed it, didn't I? Just setting the show up then. Didn't buy anything.
I got in a big fight with my wife when I cleaned out my savings, but it paid off.
Yeah, big time.
But in that, over this time, listening to people, have a plan, have an investment thesis. When I talk to people that are wanting to get into trading or asking me about crypto, when are you looking to make? How much money do you have to invest? When do you want to make that money back? Because most people say they want to invest, and most people just want to play the casino. They want to gamble. I think meme coins are gambling. I think when you're looking and you're trading, you're investing, you're trading the market. It's more like poker. You can bet the odds. You can fold your hand. You can manage your risk. But I think having an idea of how much money do I want to make? When do I expect that return? And don't trade dollars, trade percentages. I think too many people get caught up, stuck on, well, I have $100 and I want to turn it into 10,000. And you look at realistically the percentage you have to make, and go buy a lottery ticket. If you want to become a savvy investor and you want to grow capital, have a plan, have a thesis, and let's say people like learning how to manage your emotions. I think even today, I think a lot of people are poorly equipped when it comes to managing stress, their emotions, their mental health. And when people are looking for quick wins, a quick relief maybe in their situation, and they see crypto as an avenue for that, most of these people are trading their emotions and they're trading the fear. They're afraid of losing if it goes lower. I'm afraid of missing out if it goes higher. And I've learned in creating parameters for myself of when to take a trade and when not to, of never trade the fear, never trade the emotion. If you're overstimulated, you're afraid of missing out, you're afraid of this, it's a bad time to trade. But to do what you said, and you talk about setting stop losses, stop orders, buy limits, so you can get out of the trade, set a plan for yourself. And I think very few new investors have a plan And so they're just reacting to the market volatility, and they're reacting to the market conditions, and they're chasing prices and numbers versus looking at overall market conditions and trading percentages. And just being able to manage those few things in my personal journey as a trader investor has helped me tremendously.
I think everything you said there is spot on. I agree with just about everything of that. And I think all my members would feel the same. We've got just 1,900 members. I think they'd all feel the same as that. It is about the percentages, and I try to encourage people to think like that, because there are some people who watch this show and go, I've got $10. And they go, I want to get rich on $10. Well, you can't. But you also have just as much chance of succeeding as Warren Buffett. Because if you've got $10 or $1 billion, it should all be about your percentage. If you're up 10%, $10, you've made $1. Yes, you didn't get rich, but you made 10%. You perform what the S&P does, the 500 best companies in the world. Congratulations. Just keep doing that over time and you'll be Warren Buffett, perhaps. So people need to be encouraged by that and not focus on, I want to get rich in 5 minutes. That really is the bad thing. And crypto has brought that out of most people. That's where all this has come from, really. And then obviously people on YouTube went with it because it's a very easy thing to sell on YouTube. Get rich in 5 minutes. And people can't help it. They can't help but watch. And we do it. I say me. I do everything I can to get away from all of that and just be live and take it all like this. But you mentioned so many great points there. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Lot of great value. Luke, you wanted to I think you wanted to contribute.
Yeah. Thanks, Martin. I mean, just to build off the back of those last comments, I think there's a couple of messages I could share with some of the new people to the crypto trading world. Is that you need to, what works for me, and it might not work for everybody, but I think you need to, first of all, have a lot of patience. You also need to set yourself a target, have a plan, which is what the last gentleman said, and stick to the plan. And even through, while you're still learning about the sort of M2 money supply, macro cycles and things like that, which I didn't know at the first bull run 2018, I didn't know anything about macro cycles. Then after 2021, I learned because I'd seen the 2 cycles every 4 years. So my trading philosophy changed somewhat in 2023. So from 2027 to 2023, I was accumulating to hit a personal target of accumulation that I had. And then after I'd identified the trends and I was comfortable and I had conviction in those trends, I actually sold all of my real estate. I sold pretty much everything. And I'd probably say 75 to 80% of my salary over 6 to 7 years into coins consistently. And then I paid off a couple of properties and I just sold them. In 2023, I took a decision that if my calculation was correct, that it could be very good for me. And I decided to release the capital from my real estate, and I took a huge risk in 2023 and got in before the recent, managed to turn over my property, sold them, took that, managed to get it in on an on-ramp it back into crypto to add to my savings that I'd accumulated. And then, as we all know, in November last year, it finally regained some of the all-time highs that we'd seen in previous years. And, contrary to other people, I think, that are, now still chasing the money, I actually exited about 90% of my portfolio in November last year. So I took a completely different approach. I'd hit my targets in November because obviously I'd got in much earlier and I'd been accumulating a lot longer. So in actual fact, I exited in November, and now I've kept a sort of long-term bag, should I say, which I'm still quite happy with. And if I can leave a message to anybody that's new to the space, I mean, if you are worried about what the market has been doing, I've seen so many ups and downs. I've seen my portfolio drop by 90%, and I kept on buying. And I just say, have persistence, have conviction in what you do. Make sure you do research. Don't rely on what you see on the internet to feed you the news, but do your own research every day consistently and have a plan. And just don't, have your own strength of your own conviction, because a lot of people would say to me, you're crazy for, you sold your house, you're taking a risk. I sold 2 properties and I put it all in. But it was the strength of my own conviction that got me through that. And you need that conviction, because there will be down times. And what I would say recently to everybody that's worried about what's happening with XRP now, we're over $2 now. I mean, back in November, just before, August, September last year, we were about 50 cents. So we're up 450% since last year. So if in doubt, zoom out. And as the other gentleman said, don't be afraid. Don't invest more than you can afford to be without for a period. I would never say don't invest what you can afford to lose, because my philosophy is you only make calculated investments. You shouldn't be making gambling, and any decision you make, you have to live with the ups and the downs of that decision. So if you make a call and it goes down, you've got to be comfortable with that call, with it going down. You've got to have the conviction that, okay, it's gone down, and I can ride this out, and I can ride it out to the next cycle. Last comment I would make is, be very careful of these economic cycles. Be very aware of what the M2 money supply does to interest rates, what the strength of the dollar does, what the DXY does and its correlation to crypto and non-risk assets. Have a look at this. Spend some time looking at these types of things, because I don't know if others follow people like Raoul Paul, very informative from a macro perspective. They got some great insights into banana zones, etc. And you don't have to listen to everything they say, but it is very, very enlightening and informative to see, how some of these macro stimulants affect and impact on crypto as well. So that's really my 2 cents. But good luck to everybody, and I hope that everybody does well this year. And just be careful, because there will be another bear cycle, and I anticipate that there will be corrections, at the end of this year or next year. That's my own personal opinion, not financial advice, but I would anticipate that there is going to be another cycle at the end of the year, possibly next year.
Wow. A lot of people love what you just said there, Luke. Great execution, patience, discipline, understanding. And I wrote down 3 points I wanted to add there. I just want to also welcome Andrew, who was on the show earlier, has just become a member. We've just hit 2,000 members, by the way. Incredible. I hope the rest of my callers today become members, because I wanted to say I have 3 points I want to add. This has been one of our best calls ever today. We get a lot of new investors who just started. Mainly new investors watch YouTube. The bigger the investor get, the longer season they get, probably less they watch YouTube. Can't imagine Warren Buffett sitting around watching my YouTube channel for financial information, right? Think about it. Nothing against anyone who watches my show every day, but think about it. The more you've got, the more you learn, the probably less you're going to be sitting watching my YouTube show. Think about it. Today, we're getting some very, very seasoned investors, very wise words. This is great. And you get this with this channel. I'm so proud to be able to assemble this. So you're getting people who are just coming in, sharing their opinions and their information, their experiences. I'm not trying to sell you anything. And we didn't even know they were going to call in until they did. You mentioned about selling your house and perspective in time. I'm going to talk about that quickly. Right now, I am very bullish. All my money's in, all my margins in, the S&P's down. I can't even buy these recent dips. I've already bought, remember, I bought these dips a year and a half ago when I first started buying. So I've got lower than these prices, but I've also got higher because I was buying along the journey. Would I like to buy it at these levels? Yes, I would, but I can't. Should I sell my house? Well, as you all know, I've got no mortgage, no car loan. I could easily just put my house up for sale and raise some capital. And it might not be a bad thing to do, because I think the market's gone down a lot. Well, it has gone down a lot. Why not why not raise some capital when I've got no mortgage and no car loan? Why not? Well, because it would change my mind and the way I would feel about the market. Yes, I could raise 200 grand today in 5 minutes, in fact, make a few phone calls. There's 200 grand. Lovely stuff. And now I can buy more of what I love, the S&P. And why not? It's a great idea, right? Well, I wouldn't recommend anyone do that because your foundation is the bottom of your portfolio strategy, right? And I like to think of it as a triangle. At the bottom, you've got whether it's your cash or your house, solid, it sits there. You can stand upon it, feel strong. I've got a house, I've got somewhere to live, I'm okay, I've got some money to pay the bills, whatever it is. And as you go up the triangle, it gets riskier and riskier and riskier. And right on the top, $1, you buy the lottery ticket. You never expect to win. Chances are you're never going to win. But right at the top of the pile, why not? The biggest risk of all, a lottery ticket. $1 million to 1, you're going to lose all your money. Oh, welcome, Sensei's joined us in today. Lovely, got a star guest today. Lovely, there you go, bit of a celebrity. Not as famous as me, of course, but, second to me. Second to me. Anyway, so never consider selling your house just because it's down, because guess what? Tomorrow it goes even lower. And now you're really crapping yourself because your house is on the line and it goes even lower. It can always go lower. When people say, my XRP or my coin or my this or my that's down 50%, can't go any lower. Let me let you into a little secret, folks. It can go down 50% every single day for the next million years until it's zero. Every day it resets, 50% down, 50% down, 50% down. So just because it's down 50%, that's not a guaranteed buy zone, and it only goes up from here. And I'm really proud today that we've got such seasoned traders. In fact, I'm humbled by it. I've never made any beef about it. I've assembled a team around me who know more than me. What I do is simply put the show on and talk to people at the top and share my relationships and share my entertainment and production of it all. But I've got Sensei for charts, I've got chart readers, and I've got technical people that help know more about this than me. And listen to our traders today. Wonderful to have such experience here in the show. And lastly, I wrote down perspective in time. And Luke mentioned that as well. If you bought 4 years ago and you're up 100%, hundreds of percent, not 100, hundreds. You look at today's market and think, why is Martyn getting all stressed? Why is he bothered? Yes, it's gone down. It's awful. Yes, he's down 20 grand in a day. It's all relative. It's perspective. Yes, he's all in margin. Oh dear. But in the swing of things, the market's hardly moved. If you step back, and I'll do it just for a moment, just to give some perspective, if we go into the S&P, just something nice and straightforward, and we just go to the all-time here, which is only back as far as 2020, doesn't look that bad, does it? But it also should scare you, because you look at that and go, yeah, it's had a nice little drop there, but look at how much more it could drop. And if it did, then I'd be in trouble, right? But those that bought a year ago, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, remember Big Ed, my friend, who's bought millions of shares of the millions of shares of Amazon when it first came out? He couldn't care less about all these little ripples in the pond. He's up millions. Doesn't tell me he's got millions, but I've said to him, I can count, Ed. I know how many millions you've got. So perspective in time is very, very important. Some great comments there. Thank you, Luke, for that. Alex has just joined us. Sensei, have you got any words? Great panel today. Great long-term traders, investors. Bloody hell, mate. What do you think of this?
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely show. Thanks for having me on, Martyn. It's always a pleasure to be on and be a part of.
Well, imagine if I wouldn't let you on. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Anyone can call in, but I'm not letting Sensei in.
Yeah, it's another one of those days where we're down again. It's that thing I've been saying for a while. Is just because we've got a pro-market president, pro-crypto president, doesn't mean we're just going to go up straight away. These things take time to come to fruition. Whether you like Trump, whether you don't, his policies, they're not meant to work next day. We've said this over and over again. When he was coming into office, we've said tariffs will scare a lot of people, especially those people that have made significant gains in the past few years. They will be happy to take their profits. They'll be much happy taking their profits than dealing with the uncertainty of tariffs and inflation, for example. Especially those people who want to retire in the future. They see Trump coming into office. They are taking their investments away. They don't want the uncertainty. They don't want the next couple years to have a big effect on their pensions, for example. Hence the profit taking. Again, no one knows what's going to happen. Maybe we bounce next week and we go to all-time highs, but it's that uncertainty with the people that have invested for a lifetime. They don't want that uncertainty. They want to take their money. They want to go travel the world. again, with big fund managers as well, and institutions, they might see this uncertainty. They might take this as an opportunity to start shorting the market, to play with people's emotions, which obviously is something we don't like, but it's the reality of the situation. So again, no one can time the market. No one knows when this drop's going to finish. No one knows if we're going to go into a recession tomorrow. But it's always best to plan for every situation. That's what we like to do. We want to see the upside, the downside, and be prepared for what to do if it goes down, so we don't panic sell. We need to prepare for what to do when it goes up, so we know when we want to take profits, and we make sure we don't miss out on the gains. Remember that the biggest the biggest gains you get are probably within a handful of days and weeks throughout the year. So if you miss out, if you suddenly panic sell, you could miss out the gains for the whole 2 years in a matter of a couple of weeks, which is something we like to show you, to educate you on. Is panic selling and FOMOing in is the worst two things you can do. Controlling your emotions, whether you do that through meditation, whether you do that through reading the charts, it's what works with you. Obviously, I teach it through reading the charts, so you always have your emotions in check, and you do it through the fundamentals and the news. So it's not a nice day in the markets. We don't know if it will continue. We don't know if tomorrow we're going to rebound, but we do know it's something we teach, something we sort of expected as well. But thank you for all you do, Martyn. You're teaching a lot of people these lessons. Maybe it's the first time they're learning this lesson. Maybe it's the fourth time they've made this mistake, and they're taking note of what to do for next time round. And hearing from everyone, these panels are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I am absolutely so proud that we're able to assemble this audience. I'm going to go around the entire room, get final thoughts from everyone. Give me your last final thoughts, ask questions, answer questions, whatever you'd like to do. So stand by, everybody. Just before I do, I'd like to just give everyone a couple of invitations here. In the chat, I'm going to give you my X and Instagram. Okay, if you follow me on X and Instagram, if you are a member of the channel, I reply to all of you, every single one. That sounds a crazy claim, but I do. I respond to every single comment on YouTube if you're a member, and I respond to every single comment on X and Instagram. It keeps me very busy at night. My wife, Leah, wished I didn't do it, but it's what I said I would always do, and I'm still doing it. Maybe I won't be doing it in 10 years, but I'm doing it now. There's that. Also, if you like the software that I use, there's my Seeking Alpha and Alpha spread. I've made sure that my members all get the best available price from anyone. No one could offer you a bigger discount, a bigger, longer free trial than I give you. Please go and check that out. If I didn't have the best deal, I wouldn't bring it to you. That's what I say to anyone who comes to me and does that. If you want free stocks on Robinhood, there's USA Robinhood. You get free stocks by opening a Robinhood account. There's Robinhood UK. Same thing. If you're in the UK, you get free stocks. If you want to become a member of our channel, it's only a couple of bucks a month. I've promised I would never increase the price, and I never increase with inflation. I've been doing memberships now for nearly 4 years. The first year we didn't have it, be our anniversary in June, and I've never increased the price. It started at $2.99. It's still $2.99. So if you want to become a member, we're adding more and more benefits and perks all the time. It was never set up, or how can I make money out of people? It was how can I filter out the bots, the scammers, the trolls, and keep close to my members. And when they become a member and they support my live streams, the live streams get paid by members. I don't make enough money out of these live streams. It's the members that enable me to be here. If you want to become a member, I then go and give you 20 times back what you put in. There is the link in the chat. If you are on an iOS device, just select a browser. So in other words, an iPhone or iPad, select a browser and click on the desktop version by clicking the three dots, and you can become a member. And once you become a member, there's members-only videos, members-only live streams. We were live all this morning with our. In fact, is this the same show? No, it's not. That was this morning. Yeah, this is a different show, yeah. This morning was all members only because I was drinking whiskey for my birthday, so thanks to all who attended that. And all my interviews with CEOs, they're all members only. I reply to all my members' comments. You can ask me to review a stock. I'll make up to an hour-long video. I did 5 on Wednesday and put 5 out on Thursday. I can cover earnings recalls for you for $5 if you're a member. Plus, the list goes on and on and on. One of the members' benefits people love the most is you can talk to Sensei and Ed Nevius, our experts on crypto, technicals, charts, and the scalp trading. They provide training and information and conversation on Discord, and it's free. We don't charge for our training programs. You can talk directly with Ed Nevius, and we're in the process of recording a series of videos that will only be available to members on Discord for free. So we're not even going to try and, monetize them. We're going to put them for members only on Discord, okay? So become a member of our channel and you get free training. And you can talk to our panel, the people who are here today, talking to you. Let me unmute that.
A man with a weird accent walks into the bar and says, "Do you know what time it is?"
Yeah.
Tumbler glass emoji. Tumbler glass emoji.
That was this morning, Vaz. That was a $20 super chat for my birthday. I'm on water now. Back to the healthy stuff. But cheers, mate. Thank you. No more whiskey. I had too much this morning. My head's a bit banging. I promised I would do it. I wish I hadn't, but there you go. But thank you to all who supported my birthday. Much appreciated. Thousands of comments, messages. So when I become a member, there's the membership link. Now here is Discord. Here's the link you want. There's Discord to allow you to talk to all our members and all that other stuff. If you want to click on Discord now, there's the link in the chat. Please do not accept a friend request from anyone called Martyn Lucas. I never message you. I never send you friend requests. You send them to me. There's loads of people pretending to be me on every platform. I never do it. Okay? Please do not accept it. If you don't want to wait for the 1 month to get your 1 month badge, when we upgrade you to give you access to Discord, you can get premium straight away for a couple of bucks and you can do it for free and you get a priority service, or you can wait a month when your badge turns blue, live on a show, say, I want to get Discord in the chat and I'll upgrade you when I do the onboarding shows. And then you can get all that service. All right, there's all the picture, there's the selling, there's the t-shirts, the mugs, the hat, anything else you want to buy. Now we get back to business. Let's go around the table and do our final thoughts, because it's been a long day. I've been in here since 7 o'clock this morning. It's now 4:15 in the afternoon. Stacey Bailey, give me your final thoughts, questions, comments, or anything you wish to add to the conversation.
No, just for people that are new, there's a book called The Changing World Order. If you haven't read it, I suggest you read it. It's a lot of good information about the markets and the economy and micro and macro, and it might help people a lot. But happy birthday. And yeah, and Elba told me that they're looking at maybe sending Jerry home on Friday. So she's not sure yet, but I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for all their support. I mean, she's going through a lot and they've been through a lot, and today's like the best day ever. I'm super excited. So just thank you to everybody who was there for them.
For those who don't know what Stacey's talking about, this really is the power of the Lucasade army, all of us. 2 weeks ago, Jerry is in a coma. Elderly gentleman in hospital, 2 days away from turning off the machine. He's in a coma. We put a live show on. We're all here like we are now, except I was the other side of the studio singing and you were all with me. We had a very emotional evening. His wife, Elba, kept the phone next to Jerry's ear and he hadn't moved. He was in a coma doing nothing. But during our music, mainly because of me singing. I'm being nice saying everybody, but mainly because of me. Anyway, because of my beautiful voice, he squeezed his wife's hand and he shed a tear. It was a very emotional, but unfortunately he didn't wake up. He was still in a coma. Over the weekend, they turned the machine off. That could have been a bad moment. He stayed with us. They said during the concert, during all of you singing and messages and talking to Jerry, his numbers went up. Amazing. This is a real thing that really happened, folks. Don't say people can't make a change. They can. This really happened on a live show. You can go and see it last Friday. And they turned the machine off. He was stationary. They said, we can turn it off because his numbers have risen. Let's see what happens. During the week, he was still in a coma. On Friday, just gone, we did another concert. It wasn't the main concert like it was the week before.
From Arizona to Holland has become a member.
Thank you very much. I'll give you all your perks and benefits. If you click on this membership video here, you can see all your benefits. We talked to him again. All right, he was showing improvement. Then today, when we were singing Happy Birthday to Tim Rogers, exactly as we were singing again and everybody was sharing and lots of noise and fun, he opened his eyes. Can you imagine? This was all happening live with the phone next to his ear. Incredible. I then phoned up Elba live at the hospital, live on the show. Didn't expect her to take the call, to be honest, because, let's be honest, she's a bit busy. But she did. She took the call. You heard her live on the phone. Thanked everybody. Couldn't believe it. That really happened. Stacey, thank you for organising it the first time round. It was you who put it all together. Appreciate it. That's a real thing, guys. That really happened. This ain't some silly entertainment YouTube channel. This is a real Lucozade global army, members in 69 countries.
Sorry, and I don't know if this was shared or not, and I know Alba won't mind me sharing it, but a few days ago, I want to say it was the same day, maybe it was on Friday or Thursday. Might have been Friday. Thursday. It was Thursday, because the nurse was the jerk the next day. They wanted to put him on morphine, like they just wanted to give up on him, and she was like, no. She told him no, and we prayed harder, and I'm just so happy right now.
I know.
That
it's actually the best birthday present awesome. For me. Brilliant.
Yeah, no, you know what? Like you said, I mean, music is the way to the soul, and he loves music. So I think, those concerts and your singing and everybody did an amazing thing. And not to be off topic, but I just wanted to tell everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you for saying so. Thank you to you for organising it. It's wonderful. Let's go to our final thoughts from Luke, please.
Well, just firstly, thank you, Martyn, again for your candid approach to delivery of this show. I think it's really refreshing. Everybody sees the value in that in this modern age of narcissism and corruption and greed that's out there on YouTube. So you bring a light in the darkness to a lot of people. Just a couple of passing thoughts before I go and pass over. I would just say my personal advice is and others might disagree, is try not to use leverage. There's plenty of upside left in this market to 10, 20x your position. And then after that, as we said earlier, have a plan,
Tim
stick
Rogers
to it.
Donated $5 through a super chat.
Sorry, Luke.
Martyn, just a beautiful and knowledgeable day on many levels. Go, Jerry.
Thank you.
I'd say, have a plan. Have a plan, stick to it. Don't get greedy, and you can make a lot of money in this space. So, just work through some numbers, work through some hypotheticals, work out what your target will be for exit strategy. Work out, follow Sensei, take his guidance, and don't take his guidance, but listen to what he's saying, and and put a plan in place for an exit strategy that you're comfortable with, and then you have to sit down and ask yourself, well, what am I going to do if I do achieve these targets? Because, you need to have a plan, and you need to have some good advice around you as well, whether it's tax. I know, some of the viewers in America probably more burdened by tax than I and the other gentleman who's, we're living in Dubai, we're non-tax residents, so we don't have a lot of those issues. But you do have.
Now we know how you made so much money. Now we know how it works.
But we've kind of insulated ourselves through that structure, and I think structuring yourself, if you do have the opportunity, if you're not married, if you don't have commitments, and you do stand to be in this position for a long time, and the opportunity does arise, then there's plenty of options out there that are more favourable, should we say? So good luck to everybody, and thank you again, Martyn. It's been a pleasure.
I love this. Great. Thank you for great words there. Curtis, final thoughts and questions, comments from you?
Well, I have to say, the first time you're hearing about the hospital situation, I would say, God is good. He works very well. I'm glad that he's okay as well. But
lovely, thank you.
About Luke's points, when he said before, he mentioned about his story about the house and how he sold his house and he put it in the crypto. I have to say, and when he mentioned about conviction, it's that conviction he had. And I think, for me, I've only been investing for a year, but I know one thing that I've learned so far is that you have to have conviction in your investments. And the fact that he had conviction, he was able to do that, and he still returned a profit. And it came back to I think you mentioned something about stop loss. For me, I've never used a stop loss. I don't think I ever will, because for me, if I'm going to use a stop loss, that means I don't have conviction in my stock. I think it's going to go down, but maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. For me, if it goes down, I don't want to sell. I want to buy more. So that's why I would never use a stop loss. But maybe look at it differently. But yeah, lovely advice. Great. I'm still learning, still picking up advice along the way, and it's glad to hear from such great minds like you guys. And yeah, I'll continue to listen and join the podcasts.
Curtis, I'm right with you with stop losses. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I can afford, I don't want to see this market keep going down as long as it doesn't go down 50%, which I calculated is extremely unlikely to happen in the next 11 days, but it's always possible. And if that happened, I might have to just sell one share just to stay above the maintenance line. I understand how that works, and I've calculated that, my risk management, and I'm in the most stable asset I could be in anyway, the index. Yeah, I don't believe in stop orders. That means you don't know what you own and you're just going to put some insurance in place just in case it goes down. I buy when it goes down. If you wanted to sell, like I said before, 3 o'clock in the morning, if it goes up 10% and I want to sell something to raise capital or whatever, take profit, nothing wrong with doing that. But yeah, just simply putting orders in just because you don't really know what you owned in the first place to me isn't.
And I feel like a good example would be like COVID, when I remember seeing a company like McDonald's to drop from 200, 300 a share to 100 and maybe 50 it was a share. If you put a stop loss at maybe 200, you'd be kicking yourself because you lost all those profits. So for me, if I was going to own, say, quality companies like McDonald's, Google, to put a stop loss is criminal because I'm losing out on such good discounts because I know, even on the market and COVID-19 happened, their balance sheet never really changed, apart from maybe revenues, but they had the free cash flow to back it up. So that's another reason why, again, I would never use stop loss.
Great comments. I love what you're saying. You're mentioning all the right things. I love it. Alex, final thoughts and comments, please.
First of all, apologies, I haven't been online. I took a nap and it took very long, Martin. You drank the whiskey, I fell asleep. So
fair enough.
One thing, and the main and important, is
MSK donated £20 through a super chat. What a great show. We love you, Jerry and Elba. Shoutouts to Stacy/Savage Faith Creations, we love you. Shoutouts to Sensei the legend who got me into XRP. Shoutouts to the XRP army and happy birthday.
Didn't mention me once. Stacey Bailey, Sensei, where's my name in that? It's all right.
You got the happy birthday.
I get the $20. Remember, own the casino. Don't play it. I can sit back. Money comes in. You don't have to mention my name. Just keep the super chats coming. Thank you, MSK. Next time, put my bloody name in it, will you? Sorry, Alex. I'm not going to lie.
Hold on. Actually, in that super chat, it got cut off. It does say happy birthday, Martin.
It got cut off. That's it. Yeah, fair enough. In fact, I can see it now on the screen. I'm going to hang on. Bloody hell. How many comments have I missed today? I've got oh God, this is a new thing. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me put this on the screen. How do I put that on the screen now? Hang on a minute. Why isn't that coming up like that? Here we go. There you go. Look. There you go. Happy birthday, Martyn Lucas. All right, MSK, you are redeemed. You're redeemed. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Alex, back to you.
Yeah, so really great news about Jerry waking up. I don't think that anyone doubt that he's not going to wake up, right? We all had faith. It was about time for him to wake up. And he woke up, to be honest, in the proper time on your birthday. So this is great.
When I was singing again. Just so everyone knows, write this down in your calendars, in your diary, in your notebook. Jerry first squeezed Elba's hand when I was singing that song I put out today, which was Whether I'm Right, Whether I'm Wrong. That's when she squeezed his hand, just saying, tear. And then he woke up when I sang Happy Birthday to Tim Rogers. Just saying. Just saying. Sorry, Alex, carry on.
You had a bottle of whiskey, to be honest, so maybe he wanted a glass.
Probably that. He wanted a glass of my whiskey. He can bugger off. In fact, Jerry owes me. He's not super chatted me for 2 weeks. He's way out of pocket. The amount of songs I've done for Jerry recently. Bloody hell, mate. He needs to remortgage his house. Talk about buy the stock market. He owes me super chats. Alex, finish off for me. I've got Saab and Sensei.
Yeah, all I can say is that be patient. The market cannot go only down. Like, it has 3 directions, up, down, and sideways. We just need to build our patience. That's all it needs, this game. And I'm not gonna say that, oh, we blame Trump for everything. Like, it needs time for fixing the administration and everything. I'm not a Trump support.
Truth Seekers donated £5 through a super chat. What did you call a Spanish man walking out of a hospital? Manuel.
It's all right. It's not that
Okay.
funny. Sorry,
I think
Alex.
I think it was from Manuel because it's a Spanish name, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is frustrated right now with what's going on. I believe Trump has a plan. He doesn't want to destroy America. He wants to make it great again. And
I'm sure
we
he
need
does.
to wait. We've already seen him pressuring Zelensky, which apparently he's gonna accept the terms and everything.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't got much choice. On that note, though, because I want to wrap up, Alex, on that note, I didn't think it was very nice when Elon Musk said, if we turn off your Starlink, you lose the war.
I lost it.
Yeah, that was Elon Musk. Remember, we had people calling in from Ukraine celebrating Elon Musk when the war started, when I was doing my daily concert, saying, thanks to Elon Musk, we are here, and I quote, in the bomb shelters with our children and pets watching your concert every day. Thank you for your support. How wonderful a moment was that? And now Elon Musk is, come to the table or I'm going to turn off your Starlink. And the moment you do, no communication, you lose.
It's the
I
wrong
don't like
person.
that. People are really dying. People are really dying. You don't want to be throwing that around. I turn your internet off and you're buggered. It's not saying that.
No, Elon Musk shouldn't be on politics, to be honest. I don't agree with that.
Keep that out of it. Saab, final thoughts. Sorry for your yawning, mate. It's been a long show. Imagine how tired I am. But anyway, don't worry about it, Saab. Yawn whenever you want. It just shows how much you love the show. Saab, final thoughts and comments.
Look, build wealth over time. Take it into your own hands. You got to control your own destiny. A lot of people just think it's about cash or this, that, and the other, but it's about empowerment. You take your own destiny into your own hands. The other thing is markets always go back up. The bounce back's always stronger.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, do what's best for you at the time. You've got to, yes, have conviction. You've got to know what you're doing, but at the same time, you don't want to go broke while you're doing it. So do what's best for you.
Wise words. Going to get Sensei's final thoughts, my final thoughts. So that'll be about 2 minutes. So folks, 2 minutes on the clock. We are a handful of subscribers away from 74,000. If you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I want to show you we've got to 74,000 subscribers. We're at 73,971. If everyone can do that, it'd be very exciting. Sensei, give me your final thoughts, mate.
Final thoughts. A lot to say, but I'll try to keep it short. The stop loss argument, I guess, it's you have to know what's right for you, what your strategy is. A stop loss might be a fundamental part to someone's strategy too, especially traders all around the world working with hundreds of millions of dollars have stop loss in place because they have to manage their risk. Someone like Warren Buffett won't have a stop loss in place because he's investing in strong companies that he's done the fundamental research for, and they're companies he wants to hold for the long term. So it depends what investor you are. It depends how you're managing your risk and what your time frame is. So for some people it might be essential. For some people it might not be needed. So don't want to put off anyone with their own strategies. It depends on what your type of investing is. Today, big crash in the markets. It's no one knows what's going to happen. What you can do is manage your risk, whether that's buying more lower, continuing to buy if you've got the income to do it, or potentially looking at alternative investments, looking at markets that are further down, crypto markets. Some coins are down 80%. Maybe you want to diversify that way. But we talk about charts, controlling your emotions. That's what the key thing to learn now is how to control your emotions in these volatile times. Most important thing that's happened today is the news about Jerry. It's absolutely wonderful news, and this shows you that it's not about the money. It's about the people. It's about the community. I think that's what you built, which is even more important than the investments is the community, which is great, and it's the best news I've heard for the whole of 2025. So it's great. We're so happy to have Jerry back with us. Continue praying, pray harder, put some money aside for charity. Do what you can, and let's hope Jerry makes a full recovery and we can have him back on the show.
Going to give you my final thoughts, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure as always here. It's an honor every day. I pinch myself every day to get up in the morning. Every day I'm excited. Someone messaged me yesterday and went, they did a comment on YouTube, which I didn't reply because I only now reply to my members. I have too many otherwise. And he said, I can't understand why Martyn's so excited about his bloody birthday. He's a grown man. And at the time, me and Leah were driving to the restaurant for our birthday meal last night, and I was reading the comments and so on. As I say, I'm working on this literally every second of my life, other than when I'm sleeping, even then sometimes. But she said, don't worry about it. And I said, yeah, but it's upsetting though, isn't it? I said, I'm excited about every single moment of every single day. And she said, it's probably because he's not happy with his life and maybe no one celebrates his birthday, which is a shame because if he called in and was part of it, we would certainly celebrate his birthday. I think every day should be celebrated. You never know when it's your last day. Enjoy every day. I get excited. I cannot wait for tomorrow morning when I get up and have my shave and put my suit on and put my tie on. I don't just come in with a baseball cap and a t-shirt, a bit like Sensei. But apart from Sensei, right, I actually make the effort to look good on the show because I respect my audience, unlike Sensei. And yeah, why aren't you wearing... Hang on a minute. Is that one of our new fleeces, our new hoodies? Is that one of our new hoodies? Oh, it is one of ours. Look at that. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. Stacey's going. Oh, I thought she's on the phone. I thought that was good timing because Stacey does a bit of merchandise. She does a bit of haberdashery, right? She was on the phone. I thought she was going, that's rubbish. I do better. No, she wasn't. She was talking to somebody. That was just, it looked like she was running down my merchandise, but she wasn't. She was on the phone talking. So it's okay. Me and Stacey, still friends. Only just. Yes. I know you're wearing one of my hoodies. You've already shown me. Bloody hell. It's probably one of yours rip-offs of mine anyway. Yeah, we know how that works. Anyway, it's all right. I've got the receipt. She bought it off me. It's okay. We're still friends. But seriously, guys, it's the greatest privilege and honor in the world to do this. And sometimes I pinch myself and think, oh my God, how did we ever do this? I get excited about every single thing. You know what? 4 years ago, when I started this, let's be honest, I'm a piano man. I'm an entertainer. I know how to put on a show. Not the best chart reader in the world. Still aren't 4 years later. But I am surrounded by the greatest people. And that is the show. The show isn't me. I'm just the guy who puts it all together and has a wonderful time doing it. And thank you to all of you that are part of today's show. We learn from each other. I learn more from you, if I'm honest. And maybe if I learned a bit more, I might have sold when Sensei told me to, the S&P. And I could have bought back a ton more today, couldn't I? Would have been good, wouldn't it? But there you go. I didn't listen. I know best. I'm okay. I'll be fine. You all know I'll be fine as long as it doesn't go down 50% by the 21st. Who knows? Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you very much, everyone who tuned in. One of our best phone-ins ever. More and more people are calling in. More and more people are part of it. We didn't quite get to 74,000, but we will tomorrow. 73,977. And why that's so important to me is because that's real people. It's not subscribers. It's not a number. It's people. And when we get to 100,000, there'll be one thing that comes to my mind. Totally. I'll tell you about it right now. I've always wanted to play. I always knew I'd never do it. No chance in hell. But I always wanted to play like everybody else in music. I want to play Wembley Stadium. It's 100,000 seater stadium, right? I ain't ever going to do it. I filled 2,000 seater theaters, but 100,000 was never going to happen. But when that's 100,000, that's exactly what I've done. They're online. 100,000
euros through a super chat. Happy birthday. Birthday cake emoji. Party face emoji. Martyn. All the best, everyone. Andy Ireland emoji.
Thank you. And by the way, everyone who's sick and tired of hearing about my birthday, I don't blame you. It started Friday, it went Saturday, Sunday, and now it's Monday. I promise. No mentions of my birthday tomorrow. I've milked it to death. we're not doing it anymore until next year. Thank you ever so much. Love you all. I'm now going to click a button which will take you to the XRP watch. If you want to watch and chat to each other 24/7, 7 days a week, we've got the XRP watch on the extra channel. I'm going to click a button. That takes it right there. That's done. I'm going to give you somebody. If Sensei, if you were going live now, mate, you'd have 368 people. Lazy. Right. Let me.
I'll happily go live, Martin.
Do you want to go live and do something?
I can try and do it on my phone this time. I don't know if I can do that.
Go live on your phone. Don't make any effort, will you? Sit on the sofa on your phone.
Okay, no, it's fine. Don't worry.
Do you want to go live, Sensei?
I'll stick to my Sunday shows.
Do you want to go live, Sensei? If you've got any value you can add to anything.
I've always got a value to add.
How quick will it take you to set it up?
5 minutes.
Shall we, in the chat right now, do you want to just say in the chat right now, extra or Sensei? Spam it right now. Don't spam it too much. Stacey gets really upset when I ask people to spam it. She says, I can't communicate when you're spamming the channel. It's my bloody channel. I'll spam it as much as I want. Right. If you want to spam the channel and upset Stacey, make me happy, right? You put Sensei or extra. If you want Sensei, start working on it, mate. Start working on it. Right? Bloody hell, mate. This would take, otherwise it'd be like another 5 bloody minutes. If you want Sensei doing charts, doing something, I don't know what he's going to do. He's probably going to do juggling around the kitchen. I don't know. He's going to
give 50% off your merchandise for your birthday.
Oh, yeah. I know. He gave 6 mugs away the other night. Still not got over that.
Sold out of everything.
Oh, yeah. Of course we sold out. You gave it all away. Absolute nonsense. We're even paying for the postage. I mean, it's one thing giving your merchandise away. It's another that actually paying them because it was less than it cost you to make them. And then it's another thing paying the postage. What sort of business plan is that? Rubbish. He said, well, you had 20,000 people watching you. You should be celebrating, giving back to the community. What do you mean, giving back to the community? What about the first year when I did the show for free to nobody? What about the second year when I earned $1 a day? Bloody right, I'm going to earn some money now in the third and fourth year. Unbloody believable. Cameron Griffin, right at the end of the show, has called in. Cameron, I'm going to let you on, mate, but we're like 10 seconds from the end. How are you, Cameron?
Man, I'm doing really good. How are you, Martin?
I'm all right, mate. We're just about to finish. Come on, in the chat, are we seeing Sensei or extra? Spam it, copy and paste. Where you calling in from, Cameron?
I'm calling in from Dallas, Texas.
Just down the road from me, mate.
Yes, sir.
Except you sound more Texan, to be fair, than I do, to be fair.
Well, I was born here. Yes, sir.
There you go. Well, thank you for allowing me in your country. You will know I paid lots of money to come here. I went for all the legal processes, had all the injections and all the checks to make sure I was fit and healthy. Oh, yeah, I jumped through hoops, as you should, to come into the great place of the United States. So thank you for allowing me in. Appreciate it.
No problem at all, sir. I just wanted to join in right quick. I know you're about to end. I just wanted to say thank you. It's my first time being on the show. I really do appreciate everything you do. I know the markets right now are really down. At least I am horrendous, to say the least. But I do appreciate everything you guys do. I've learned quite a bit, and I'm sticking to it. And I agree. The bounce back's always stronger than the downfall, sir.
Yes, indeed. Sensei, we've got everyone saying Sensei, Sensei, Sensei.
Really?
Where are we at? Great. What's going on?
Well, I'll set the stream should be set up then.
Okay, let me have a look. It better be. If you're wasting my time, if you rub my lamp after 2,000 years, you got me out of this lamp and there's nothing going on. Name the film. 10 points, name the film. Bloody hell, he's done it. He's done it. There he is. XRP dumping, altcoins wrecked, bear market. Ooh. Sounds like clickbait to me. I wouldn't click on that. He ain't going to duck it. It looks a very posh, very nice thumbnail. Don't expect a production show. Not like this. No. Suit and tie, No. He sat on the sofa. He's going live on his phone.
I don't know if I will. I don't think I'll test. I think I'll go. I'll go in the studio, but next, I think we need to test that, make sure it works on the phone, because I don't want to send everyone to my phone and it not work properly.
Well, you say that. Yeah. Do what you want, mate. I will. Is it all set to go, is it?
Yeah, all set to go. So
all
I'll
set
see
to go.
On the show.
Right. Let me customize it.
See you
Let
in
me
5
send
minutes,
it.
10 minutes.
Right.
Bye.
Let me refresh the screen. I should see your event there. I can give everybody the link. And he's gone already. Now he's gonna get serious. He realised. You see how I do it? I subtly mention it with a smile on my face, but he knows he's in the shit. Really, he's got to put some effort into it. He's thinking, this is where Martyn's pissed. This is where Martyn's angry, right? See, you think I'm being nice. I ain't really that nice, right? You don't want to
put the pressure on.
Yeah, I put pressure on him. Yeah, I made him realise 360 people here want to hear 360 people here turning up, not to see you sat. It's not only fans watching you sat on your sofa playing with your feet. All right, it ain't that sort of show, is it? People want to know about XRP, all right? Let's not mess around. Right, I've pressed the button. Give me a second, and what I'll do, if Sensei can hear me, how long is he going to do? Because I'm going to go for a walk and talk. Stacey, what do you want, Stacey?
I thought she was waving by.
Oh, you waving goodbye? Oh, see you later then, Stace. I was going to give you the link then to Sensei's show. Look in the chat. See you later, Stacey. Lovely, good. Yes, Saab, what do you want? Let me unmute you. You got this. You always have noise. Go on. What do you want, mate?
I haven't got noise now. I've got my earphones on, and you always got me muted, so I can't even say anything unless you unmute me. That's not fair, that, mate.
Man, it's favoritism, mate. Favoritism. See?
I just wanted to say, while Stacey was there, can we thank Stacey for all she does and all that she looks after? She's always looking out for Jerry and Elba, and she's always keeping us informed. So I just wanted to thank her publicly. And, I hope Jerry's feeling better, mate. That's the thing. Oh, happy birthday before I go.
Oh, are we still on the birthday thing? I was trying to get past it. I thought, you can't go on about bloody. How long do you want? You got more birthday time than the King of England, all right? No more mentioning my birthday until next year. Don't forget, next year, 9th of March, next year. But for now,
wait till tomorrow.
I'm going to get out of here. Have a good one, man.
Cheers, Saab. Cheers, mate. Here we go. XRP special. SP, I don't know how special it is. These are the official terms. I probably shouldn't use the word special because it's going to be Sensei from his bedroom. I don't know. Maybe I'll make the effort. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me put that in the chat. Make sure that goes to the show. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And replace the pin. Yep, live phone-in's finished. There you go. There it is. I'll put it's pinned to the top. It'll automatically take you there. All right. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you, Cameron, for calling in. I got to say, though, Cameron, I hope you don't mind this. Right? Because you're very obviously from Dallas, very obviously a Texan, but with the sort of gingery beard and the green hat and the green T-shirt, you look a little bit like someone who comes from Ireland, like a little pixie. There you go. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's originally my family is from Ireland.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I am very, very, very native to America, but my heritage is definitely.
It definitely does. Anyway, Cameron, call in again, mate. Pleasure to have you on the show. Love the Dallas hat and the Dallas T-shirt. I actually have a Dallas Cowboys original shirt from one of the players from years ago and one of the classics. So, yeah, kind of cool. Thank you for calling in. We're going to end the show now and send everyone over to the Sensei show. Thank you, guys. Cheers. Thanks for calling in. All right. What a great phone-in that was. One of the best ever. In fact, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. It was the best ever. It was the best ever. No doubt about it. The guests today were absolutely bloody marvellous. All right, so here we go. Here's Sensei's show. He's just about to go live. Here it is. This is Sensei in the chat. XRP crash live from his sofa. Sat there. Maybe he'll do it from the studio. Maybe he'll put some effort into it. You never know with Sensei, do you? Some you win, some you lose. Some you're up, some you're down. Doesn't matter. Here you go. Let me put the chat. It automatically goes there. There it is. Right, go and say hello. I'll see you later. Sensei will let me know how long he's going to do. I'll do my walk and talk after that because I'm going for my walk and talk tonight. Tune in. Have a chat. Go for a walk with me. Or not. It's up to you. Final thoughts. That's it. I'm out of here. Sensei comes up next. Stay right where you are. Click on the link. After Sensei's couch conversation, It's some real action. I'll be going for a walk. Come and join me. Until next time, as always, guess what? The market will still be here tomorrow. The question is, will you? Hopefully, you'll join us live tomorrow. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.